Hello everyone and welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. We have another great day, the final day, in fact, of one of our favorite events, Broncos versus Bankers. I am your host, AJ Pepley, and I am joined by my friend here, Riley. We have an exciting day today. This is our final day. Like I mentioned, we had 4 other games we've played so far. Rocket League, Marvel Rivals, College Football, and Fortnite. And so far, Boise State has gone 4-0 against ICCU. That's a lot of pressure for both sides. The Broncos are going to want to get that excitement of getting their 5th and final win, a full sweep, if you will. Well, ICCU might just want to have their chance to get 1 point. It's a lot of pressure from both sides, but it's awfully exciting all the same. Oh, and did I forget to mention, we're doing Smash today. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Very excited to see how this ends up going down.
Green team, where you at? Come on, guys. You got to get one. You got to get 1 point. It's been, so far, a Boise State-led thing. However, there's been some pretty good competition. The Rivals game on Thursday night was pretty close, especially towards that third map. It got right down to it. I think it was about 2 meters on the cart away from ICCU taking a map and bringing it to a map 4, and they had the momentum. And Rocket League was pretty solid as well. I think that was a 3-1. So, ICCU's, they've been showing some momentum. Let's see if they can figure out and smash. And I'll tell you what, you played with them a little bit.
I did. I was actually about to bring that up.
I saw them playing. Some of these guys are pretty solid.
Okay, I got to be honest here. I'm pretty bad at Super Smash Bros. That's just a fact. That's how it is. But I was playing against them, and they did do very well. So I have a pretty good feeling. Though I am also a little scared because I was on the side of one of the Boise State players, and he was arguably the best out of the 4 of us. So it all just comes down to how well ICCU does as a team, and if the other Boise State players are as good as the other one. I'm not really sure. I only had a few minutes of actually talking to them about it, but it was still a great time playing up against them. Speaking of that, we've got Doc's keys to the game in Super Smash Bros. You've got to punish your openings, look for the 2-frame, win in neutral, and don't forget to taunt. And this broadcast is brought to you by ICCU. Thanks to ICCU for their continued support of Boise State Esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State Esports has won multiple national championships and piled up more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit ICCU.com.
Yeah, ICCU has certainly been a long-time partner of Boise State Esports, and we're certainly thankful for them continuing to work with us. And this is really, kind of one of the capstones of the year for us every year. It's always sandwiched in between conference championships and national championships, which is always exciting. And getting to work with our friends over at the Green Team and getting them in here to play some games with us is always a really exciting opportunity. So we're thankful that we get to keep doing that this year, and it's been a fun one this year.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just looking forward to the nice little break we're going to have here a second. Not having to worry about all the big championships, semifinals, finals, anything like that. Especially because right now, actually, one of ICCU's members is still on their way. Not exactly sure what specifically is going on, but in the meantime, the Bankers and the Broncos are playing random doubles instead of our usual thing. So we've got all 4 of our players right here lined up, ready to go whenever they get all their controls figured out, whenever they get comfortable. I'm just excited to see how this goes down. I always love playing random, actually, whenever I do play this. I'm not very good at many specific characters, so I'm just like, I want to go for it, see what happens. And I think that's my favorite part about random, especially if everyone's doing it, nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like me always. And I don't know what's going on, period. But that's okay. I think I've already decided I'm a Diddy Kong fan.
Oh, yeah? Well, hey, here's your chance to have some fun here. Diddy Kong on the Broncos side here. Get things started off. Diddy Kong is hurting for health a little bit, but finally gets some revenge here on the Little Mac. Lots of chaos happening right here. Inkling and Dark Pit seem to have a bit of a 1v1 right now while the other 2 go at it. Usually how we see doubles play out, aren't very many opportunities to gang up on one specific player, but Dark Pit taking a lot of damage right now. The Broncos are landing a lot of really good hits here.
Yeah, Kazuma's taking care of business. Low damage taken and a lot of damage dealt. But right as I say
Diddy going down.
Yeah, Diddy's going to go off the stage.
That's okay. It's not his last chance. Everyone has 3 stocks, and stocks can be taken from each other, so that's something to keep your eye out for. I'm not sure how that's going to go down just yet, but if somebody's hurting for stocks and the other one still has 2 or 3 left, they can always take one and get back in the game, because personally I'd rather have 2 players with 1 stock left rather than 1 with 2, just to give that gang up advantage.
I don't know how Blondie has not gone off yet.
No, me neither.
He's taken some punishment at 142, and he's still sticking around. Inkling
is also hurting just a little bit right now. Going to be pretty close before Dark Pit gets taken down. Oh, and there he goes, right as I say that, 161%. That's pretty high up for a lightweight character, though. There aren't too many heavy hitters. Little Mac falling right afterwards. Currently, the Broncos are in the lead. Inkling has not lost a single stock so far, and Diddy Kong has 2 left. Well, it's just 2 and 1 from Pitt and Little Mac respectively.
Inkling's just playing on the edge there and just kind of just playing safe, playing smart. That's the way to do it. Sticking around right with some high damage, but they're going to stay in it, I think.
Ooh, Dark Pit nearly took him down, but just that good recovery got him back up. Still alive at 136%. Diddy Kong getting tossed in the air, but just barely avoids it. And finally, Inkling goes down. Nobody else is left at 3 stocks. Currently, Little Mac has the KO prepared and launches the Dark Pit with it, unfortunately. There is some friendly fire going on right here, and I've seen a couple examples of that going on. And unfortunately, now the Bankers have lost their first of 2 players. Oh, but never mind. Right as I say that, bringing up the stock trading thing here.
Yeah, share the stocks, share the stocks. This is the only good form of stock trading at the moment right now.
Yeah, not that kind of stock trading. Where I'm here to watch some video games, not the stock market. Ooh, getting down to only 1s, and then Dark Pit goes down. Currently, Inkling still has 2 stocks left, so they're going to have to try and put the pressure on him, but considering it's only 1 left on the Bankers side, that's going to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, Inkling's taking a lot of damage, though. They're finding a lot right there, and so is Diddy as well. Both of them are just trying to, you know, gang up.
Ooh, solid hit right there. And another one following it up, taking down Diddy Kong.
That's big time. Surely there's a stock share coming here, though, right?
Well, actually,
Just
not
kidding.
anymore. They didn't have the chance to do so because immediately after, Inkling went down. Now it's just 1 versus 1. Oh, but it's 0% versus 107. Little Mac's going to have to play extremely carefully here if he wants a chance to win. Oh, but still the parry off of the Inkling. Finally landing a couple of good light attacks here with the tilts. Just
good
spamming
juggles.
with a good combo.
Good juggles.
Both of them are trying to play it safely right now. Inkling managed to find a good hit on him. Not hitting with the Ink Bomb, but the follow-up landed. Ooh, and then the final down hit right there, taking him down. But that actually went a lot closer than I was expecting it to, honestly.
That got close.
It did. I saw Inkling there with 3 stocks left for a while, and I got a little worried. But suddenly, Little Mac just started hammering in those attacks. Very solid with those light attacks, following up with that momentum, just dealing so much damage. Brothing's very close. Inkling still had about 30% health, so still doing very well. But even then, that was quite the comeback. Still didn't get them that win that they were hoping for, but hey, this isn't even the official game that's happening right now. This is just some fun, some practice. Well, we had lots of practice beforehand, especially when I was there getting my butt handed to me the entire time.
No,
it's fine.
You did fine. You did fine.
Starting things up again, we have Princess Peach, Princess Rosalina, Palutena, and Fox.
Fox.
He's a little out of place, but that's okay. We love him all the same.
He's a ladies' man. What can I say?
Oh, absolutely. We'll see how he ends up playing out. He actually has no damage taken so far. Faring very well, dealing a lot of damage to Palutena. Ooh, but Rosalina taking a lot of damage. Already up to 77, 85%. Fox taking the first hit so far. Currently, Peach has been the one to take it all. I keep saying Peach. That is not who I mean to say. You know who I'm talking about. In my defense, they're all princesses. So.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to tell when they're all flying around. Fox still barely taking any damage.
Ooh, starting to build things up now at 50%. Currently, Palutena losing their first stock now, and Zelda, if you'll excuse my incorrect naming before, getting pretty close now. Fox and Rosalina both at about the same right now. Except Fox, of course, still has 3. Both of the Broncos have 3 right now.
Yeah, the Broncos are in a really strong spot. You have to imagine they're up pretty big. Although, like you said, I think Zelda's probably gone.
Oh, right as you said it. There she goes. That was a good hit right there. Still see Fox fighting for his life right now, bringing up Rosalina to a similar number. But finally taking down Palutena down to that last stock. And Rosalina, no more stocks can be handed to each other right now.
Green team's got to start going quick. ICCU's got to start finding some knockouts.
Absolutely. They got to just land 1 or 2 good heavy hits onto Fox there. That's all they really need to take him down to 2. But even then, he is just being awfully dodgy here. Here's that attack I was talking about. Might get him into a good combo, but he managed to get a good. He managed to find his way back onto the main stage.
It's a good
oh, and there he goes. Zelda bringing out that guard. Twilight Guard? Am I saying that right? I don't quite remember, honestly.
You're asking the wrong guy.
That's okay. Brings out the big armored fella with the big sword to take out the Fox. Close enough. Oh, man, but both the green teams hurting for health right now, up above 80%. While both the blue teams got less than 80% and still 2 stocks left.
Yeah, this is going to be, it's not impossible, but not as tough. Well, right as I say that, it gets pretty close.
I've seen some excellent Palutena play, so she might get at least 1 more stock off of Zelda before it all goes down. At that point, maybe don't try to win, just try to get those little wins, you know? Oh, but even then, that up tilt takes down Palutena. Another win, unofficial, but another win going to the Broncos so far. Fortunately, this event's all about just having a good time, so there's no hard feelings anywhere, just people having a good time, showing off their prowess in this game, which I love watching good Smash players, because I play against them and I don't know what's happening. I watch it and I still don't know what's happening, and that's a sign of some great players right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think when they can start moving so quickly in game, that, you know, people that know what's going on don't know what's going on. You know, at some point you just kind of have to tip your hat and say, well, okay, you've got it figured out.
At that point, I'm just like, hey, you guys do what you're doing, and I'll just be like, oh, health bar goes up just a little bit, you know, call it good there.
And then, you know, I mean, I think there's, if you're at home and you're watching and you're kind of in the same boat as me, where Smash is definitely not your primary game, we'll put that lightly, and, you know, you're watching the percentages go up and you're like, yep, that's my indication of how the match is going, you know.
Well, it's a really easy indicator, because you can't really see health bars super easily in many other games that involve health bars, like any of the shooters we have, Valorant or Overwatch 2, or the occasional rivals like we did just recently. Like, you have to be watching specifically from somebody's point of view or hoping that the free cam is going to help you out. But in this game, Smash, it just shows you that damage meter no matter what. So if you really need to figure out how things are going, you don't have to look at an objective. Don't have to look at like the top of the screen for any sort of lines or circles. You just got to look at which people have more icons on their screen and which people have higher numbers than the other ones.
All right, let's see who we get here.
Man, it's been a lot of lightweights today.
My main.
Hey, here's going to give you a chance to have something you might know a little more about.
A little bit. The little bit that I play Smash, Ike is where I spend my time.
Yeah, I've played a lot of heavyweights earlier today, because those are definitely my favorites, and we have seen like little to none of those so far. I have seen a lot of Olimar. One of our Boise State players, can't remember which, loves playing Olimar, so I'm getting a better idea of how he works.
There you go.
Just throwing his Pikmin all over the place. Seems.
Yeah.
I might not know the specifics of what each one does, but I know that he throws them a lot, and I feel like that's all I need to know.
You're learning.
Yeah. So far, green team's hurting a little bit, but have dealt a lot more damage this time around. At this point, Fox is at 0 health and already taking down one of the Broncos stocks. This is a much better start for the Bankers right now. Olimar's up at 87% right now. Currently the lowest, but hey. Villager gets taken down. Both Olimar and Mega Man at pretty high damage meters right now. This is a much better start for the Bankers. Glad to see them playing pretty efficiently. Ooh, but Ike is dealing a lot of damage to Olimar. Getting tossed off the stage, just trying to get that good recovery, and makes it back on. Oh man, but that combo right out the gate from Mega Man was brutal, and then the follow-up from the Villager. That right tilt taking him right off the screen. And now, actually, that means that the Bankers are in the lead. That is a much better place for them to be, and this Mega Man is really putting in the work right now. Getting those combos right as they get back onto the neutral stage, but there we go, Ike with that tilt. There have been a lot of good tilts so far, landing those hits.
Yeah, that was kind of inevitable at that point, you know, pretty high up there. But a lot of, like you said, a lot of good damage dealt, keeping ICCU not just in the game, but in the lead.
Oh, yeah. Like, currently their Mega Man's only at 9%, while both Ike and Olimar are above 60. Village is hurting for health right now, but as long as he plays it carefully and doesn't hit his teammates with the friendly fire, that'll be pretty helpful.
Yeah, that's a tough part in duos, you know, especially when you're used to playing singles, you know, the friendly fire.
You don't have to worry about it in singles.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, Villager gets taken down now at 1 stock. Mega Man is about to be in that same boat too, but if he can land a couple good hits, he might be able to put the others in their same places. Everyone's above 100 that's at 2 stocks right now. Villager's just trying to land any hits onto Ike right now, but he's being awfully difficult to land. Ooh, there goes Mega Man. Currently, they're falling behind once again. Ike just gets taken down right as I say that. Only one left at 2 stocks is Olimar. Mega Man's really trying to find those opportunities to take him down, but he's jumping all over the place. Those lightweight characters get hit harder, but man, they are fast. Currently, Ike and Village are having a great time on the other side of the stage. Ooh, Olimar gets taken down to 1. It's all 1 stocks right now. No stocks can be shared right now. It's just everyone has to play as efficiently and as carefully as possible. friendly green team is falling behind in health, but it's still pretty close right now.
Yeah, everyone is right. I mean, it's really tight. All it's going to take is 1 or 2 big hits there for this thing to get right back into being a completely square game.
Ooh, Ike taking a lot of damage from a good Mega Man combo. We're trying to avoid that friendly fire. I can't blame him. I managed to hit my teammate a little too many times when I was playing with them, so it's really hard to avoid that. Ooh, Ike hits Villager right off of that recovery. A little bit. He finally gets his way back up, shooting the totem right towards Olimar. Oh, wow, and the double, taking them both out at the same time. I couldn't even tell what happened there at the end, but both of the bankers getting taken down back to back. But, man, that was much closer that time around, I got to say.
That was close. That was close. That was a good game.
And they had a much faster lead, too. They actually managed to get that lead off, staying at 3 stocks while the Broncos only had 2. That must have been a real motivation booster. I would take that. Even if I didn't win that one, I would take it as a win, just knowing that we're finally getting things figured out. Maybe they just got lucky with the characters that they got picked because it's all random. But, hey, it gives you that bit of motivation booster. It lets you get a little more confident in your abilities, and that's something you need in a competitive space.
To quote Jem from last night, our caster last night, it's a, what did he say? It's a moral victory. There we go. And now, I think to get you some more intelligent Smash commentary from this side of the desk, we're going to swap it out. We're going to get Lucas on here because he knows what he's talking about.
Well, I'm glad to have you here anyways. Thanks for joining us for just a little bit. Starting things off, we've got ourselves a bit more of a muscly man team this time around. And Pikachu. Don't forget Pikachu. We've seen a lot of 3 people that look very similar in terms of physique and then just one other guy so far. And I always love that about randoms because they just make things very silly, very fun.
We love the silly, fun matches.
Exactly.
I don't know what he was talking about more intelligent. I mean...
Well, I'm just glad to have somebody else here, man. That's all it is at this point.
For sure.
Well, you're seeing a pretty good example of how things have been going so far. ICCU putting up a pretty good fight, but Broncos just dishing out a little bit more damage. Both Ryu and Snake are at about similar levels of health, while the other 2 follow pretty closely behind, but Wario's landing so many powerful attacks right now.
It's all pretty even right now, except for...
Oh, Pikachu goes down first. Another great things to start things off, and Wario's getting tossed off the stage. Ryu hitting him right as he tries to recover.
Snake and Ryu are holding on for dear life here.
Absolutely. Oh, speaking of, Ryu goes down. Trying to bring up the explosives onto Kirby, but he gets a good parry and follows it up. Wario's hurting for health, 149, but Snake goes down, and now Wario's the only one left at 3. But he's getting a hard focus by the other 2, and a good side hit takes him off the stage.
All back down to 2 stocks, pretty even, except for Pikachu and Ryu.
Yeah, but if they manage to land a little bit more hits, but why does I say that? Ryu gets taken off, now down to 1.
That unfortunate recovery.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just get that good combo onto the enemy. Pikachu managed to out some damage to Snake. He's been brutal in punishing these recoveries, not making sure anyone can get back up onto the stage.
Crazy good ledge guard.
Wow, yeah. Now no more stocks can be shared from green team right now. Blue can still work with that if need be, especially because Wario's taking a lot of damage, but right as I say that, Pikachu takes a lot of it. Both very similar damage meters right now.
Snake's looking pretty healthy. He only has 1 stock, but he's looking pretty healthy. Ryu, not so much. Looks like...
Ooh, but a good combo into Pikachu right there. Just one more heavy could take out both of them. Speaking of, Pikachu gets taken down right after Wario. There we go. Everyone's down to 1 stock. Green team's hurting a little bit, but if they play this very carefully, they do have a chance. This isn't a kind of game over just yet. I've seen some pretty hefty comebacks happening before, and I have a pretty good feeling about ICCU. They've been proving their worth here.
They've gone pretty even with Boise State at the moment.
Ooh, but that friendly fire, and it accidentally kicks Ryu right in the face. That is not something you want right now. Ooh, punishing the recovery.
On the edge, you could get out at any time.
Oh, the combo is brutal. Now it's just up to Snake. See what he's able to pull out, but Wario is just grabbing him over and over again. Stun locking him, if you will. And then Pikachu's there just to back him up. Finally gets Wario off the stage, nearly gets hit by the motorcycle and takes it against him. Brings down Wario. It's a 1v1 right now. Pikachu just needs to land 1 good hit, but those explosives are making it very hard for Pikachu to even get anywhere close to him. Grenades and missiles all over the place.
It's a C4.
Oh, man. Those C4s are small and mighty. If Pikachu gets in the wrong spot, another one to land things, just trying to make sure he doesn't get off. Oh, the recovery gets him right back up on the stage. Misses with the grenade. This is very close right now. This might get ICCU their first win if Snake manages to lock in on this. Tries to hit him with the grenade. Pikachu goes back for the recovery. Just barely every single time. Oh, but he's ready with that rocket launcher.
Pikachu in a dangerous spot. There is a C4 on the ground that Pikachu needs to watch out.
The rocket launcher goes the wrong way. Oh, he's dodging that C4, goes off, doesn't find anything. Pikachu's landing the hits. 6 at 158 right now. This is so close. Oh,
yeah,
man.
One good hit from either opponent.
Oh, the grenade.
Oh,
grenade gets him.
Grenade.
That burn damage just for a second might get him a little bit what he needs.
107%.
Oh, good grab right into the rocket launcher, but he blocks it.
Crazy
Oh,
block.
so close. We managed to ledge guard this correctly.
Will Snake.
Oh,
and
man.
Snake unfortunately messes up the recovery, and Pikachu takes the win.
Oh, man.
That was crazy.
Had me real excited to see what happened. Snake, such amazing plays, just overwhelming that Pikachu with so many of those explosives. But suddenly Pikachu had to change of heart, decided, you know what, I don't think I feel like dealing with this anymore. Managed to take him out. But man, that Pikachu managed to survive so many ledge guards. That was impressive.
For sure. Honestly, that whole game, I was surprised. I was like, oh, this is pretty even. And then towards the end, I was like, okay, maybe a little BSU sided, and then back to even. Completely back to even.
Very back and forth. Very impressed with what was happening on both sides. I'm glad to see ICCU has been slowly building up towards matching that. Not saying that they weren't doing bad at the start, because they're still doing very well. But now it's just they're matching it a lot better, and I really like to see that. Because even though this isn't very competitive, it doesn't really. This won't mean a lot in terms of standings. It's all for fun and games. But I still love seeing that kind of effective gameplay, especially in those 1v1s when it's so much pressure. Just one good hit. It's all you need. One good hit. And just managing to land those dodges, making sure to parry all the time. So many little things. So many quick reaction times that you need. But just it always catches me off guard just to see out those random switches in terms of effectiveness.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it seems like we're going on a break. We might have our final ICCU member being here finally, which means we're going to get into the actual meat of the event. But for now, we can't say yet. But please, don't go anywhere. We're going to have lots more exciting Smash gameplay here in a little bit.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app. I know this car got you through college, but check this out. In my credit, your credit score looks good. And there's a great rate on this auto loan so we can score a roomier ride. Whoa, who's driving this thing? The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance. Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it.
Welcome back to the esports arena for Broncos and Bankers. Once again, I am your host, AJ Pepley, and I am joined by Lucas Hall. And finally, we are getting into the real meat of this final day. Our final member is not here, but we decided to just go for it anyways. It's going to be one more person on the Boise State team, I believe, but we're going to match it out in stocks where we have a crew battle. For those of you who don't know, means we're going to be doing one-on-one battles, and each person is going to have a set number of stocks. You go back and forth till one team loses all their stocks. We'll see how things end up going down with that. But either way, we're actually going to get started for what you guys were all hoping for. And this finally gives ICCU a chance to prove themselves and perchance get that final win that they're hoping for.
For sure. Ooh, I'm excited. Honestly, my first thing though is who are we gonna see?
Well, this time around, it's probably not going to be all random like it was last time. Well, here's your answer. We're already here. Got ourselves a Wolf versus a
Ness?
Yes, a Ness.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Brain fart happened right then.
All good. The other one is Lucas, and he confuses me all the time.
They look pretty similar, but hey, same game. Happens all the time. Starting things off, Fox loses the first stock. Starting things off. Gonna be honest, can't tell which team is which. Oh, okay. Fox is on the ICCU side, and Ness is on the Boise State side. So whichever one you're rooting for, Boise State is not blue right now. If anyone's confused, they're red this time around.
Kind of messed up.
It's okay. I think red's pretty cool anyways.
Yeah. Ness is at 116 to Fox's 42.
Ooh, but he's
Fox.
Ooh, right as you say that, he's landing a lot of damage right now.
Oh my gosh.
Matching things out right now. Wolf is trying to get in there, land any sort of hits, but it's just not really working. Ness is just keeping the pressure high, trying to edge guard. Manages to sneak past it, just barely regaining control of neutral and takes him down 2-2.
One big attack from Wolf, and that was all it took.
And now just one big attack on Wolf, and that's all it'll take. He's got to play this very carefully, but he's still playing very aggressive, which is that's definitely how Wolf is meant to play, just constantly landing those hits.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh man, 144%, that's all you need. Both of these characters relatively light, medium weight. They're going to get tossed around pretty fast. Fortunately, it's not a heavyweight up against a lightweight, because one attack brings you up to 30%, and that's not what you want to see.
30, 60, 90, 100.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but on the other hand, those hits are going to be a lot harder to land. So I'm curious if we'll be seeing any of those matches. I always like seeing them. Right now, though, both characters pretty fast, hit pretty much the same. Both very, very, I don't want to keep saying aggressive, but they both attack a lot. They both try and reduce that distance as quickly as possible.
Big combo.
Ooh,
Wolf,
look at that.
on Ness.
Fantastic juggling right there. Keeps it going right then, just managing to keep Ness up in the air, making sure he can't do much. Trying the edge guard, does not manage to bring it out very well. Oh, the combo! That parry was so effective. It wasn't even technically a parry, but I like to call it one. Brings him up to 87% right now. Ness is landing a good grab there. Now both at over 100%. Tries to land that lightning ball. Isn't able to find much though. They both launch each other.
Good trade. Big damage, 120 on Wolf to 132 on Ness. And there it goes.
I thought the directional input.
Still in.
Man. At that point, all you really want, you don't want to win that. You just want to get that last little stock. And Wolf so close to managing to take down Ness again, but just not quite enough. Now ICCU is at 9 stocks, while the Broncos are up at 11. 11-9 right now. They're doing pretty good right now. Doing pretty good. Bankers aren't too far behind, of course. You can't say that, but hey, they're getting themselves Broncos are in a pretty good lead right now. So I'm curious to see what things are going to be happening up next. We'll still be saying Ness as this player keeps going, but now Wolf is going to be traded out for somebody new.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I kind of want to see the heavyweight answer to Ness.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
Because I mean, Ness can't throw a heavyweight off the ring quite as easily as he dealt with Wolf.
Hey,
so.
speaking of a ring, maybe we'll see an Incineroar.
Okay,
Never mind.
we're just going to Falco.
We got ourselves another Star Fox character. see if this one will work out well. Ness taking down that first stock, matching things up correctly, giving themselves that little emote to start things off, playing fair, you know how it is, and finally getting into the meat of the game.
We didn't go over him, but it is part of Doc's keys for Smash.
It wasn't on today's little list, but it's a given. It's a given. Every time you start, you got to give that emote. You got to taunt just for the fun of it, and then you can get right into beating each other up. Currently, Falco's taking a lot of damage right now. This Ness is being brutal, already knocking him down a stock.
God.
That flame was so efficiently placed there on the edge.
Unfortunate for Falco.
Absolutely. These combos have been rough to deal with. Falco's trying to get in there. Star Fox characters are definitely very good about just closing the distance really fast, but this Ness, he knows exactly how to deal with them.
He knows how to play the distance. And
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
doing a great job. Oh, and as we say that, he takes a little bit of damage from Falco.
Up to 63% now, doing his best to land more damage, but Falco's finally maybe getting a good idea of how to combat this. So one of the most important things about these games is knowing how to combat how to counter your opponent. We might be seeing some of that right now, bring him to 99%. The shield finally gets him out of that dangerous combo. Right as I say that, the more damage being placed out, those range attacks are being very effective against the Ness. You don't see Ness bringing them out too often.
Ooh, big combo from Falco, 131%. Oh, brutal. That was Ness's first stock, or second stock.
The first one of this matchup specifically. Ooh,
there goes a Falco stock.
1-1. Now it's not really a matter of taking down another stock. Now it's a matter of winning this matchup because both of these players are playing very well right now. Either one could keep their team going even if it's just one stock.
Yeah.
In a situation like this, it's just hoping you win so that way you can take out at least one stock in the next matchup.
Ness, honestly, I mean, he's probably happy with his 5.
Oh,
but he's
absolutely.
like, if I go for 6,
You may as well.
7,
Keep it going.
Might as well.
Oh man, I saw a matchup of Ganondorf who took out 12 stocks alone as one time, only by losing 1 stock, and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever see something like that ever again. Because man, it was just brutal.
Oh,
And there we go, Falco. Oh,
Ness is
directional
still in it.
input.
He's still in it.
Keeps him alive. I looked away from the screen for 1 second. He went up from like 60 to 118%. Falco's wow.
He's out for real this time? He's out for real
Dang.
this time.
That was moving real fast, keeping the pressure high.
Very
Falco
nice.
getting the first win for ICCU. Now he's going to play into it. Like I was saying before, this is just a matter of trying to get at least 1 stock in this next match. If you can get 2 or even 3 or keep going, keep it going. But,
Yeah,
you know,
keep that momentum.
just this point, don't expect much, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I was in that point, I would not be upset if I got taken down after just dealing 1 stock. I'd be like, you know, it's okay. We made it. We got what we did. We took down the Ness, who's causing us a lot of problems. So you got to take those little moments, those moral victories, like Riley was saying before you showed up.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, again, if I was an S, happy with 5.
Mm-hmm. I'd be very happy.
Yeah, Falco, it's 2 for 2, which is, I mean, it's a fair trade, but Falco really wants to hit at least an extra stock, so his next can also go maybe. Oh, okay, we're going for Lucas.
Right as you were talking about earlier, it's been only Earthbound and only Star Fox.
What's up with that?
I mean, it makes things a little easier for me because then I won't accidentally call Zelda Princess Peach by accident. That was a little embarrassing. It's okay, it happens. They were all princesses anyways. Starting things off, Falco dealing a little bit of damage, but Lucas following up. I actually do not see Lucas get played very often in a competitive standpoint. So we'll see how well he ends up matching up against Falco, who I actually also don't see very often. Though I guess this isn't our usual lineup of characters like we see in the official matchups.
Lucas got a little bit of a heal off of that Falco attack.
I've always found a heal to be very, like, it's not overpowered, obviously,
No,
but it's something you don't usually see in a game like this, so it makes him very unique. And it might be working well in his favor because he brought up Falco to 100% already. A good combo nearly takes him off that final
This edge
stock.
guard could spell Falco's doom.
He just got to get one at this point. Falco, you just got to get one. That's all you really want at this
One
point.
big combo, Falco, you got to stock.
Yeah, if he managed to get one, that's all he'd really hope for. Oh, and there he
there
goes.
it
He
is.
gets it. That's
Very
exactly
nice.
what he was hoping for.
Even if Falco goes down here, he's still got 3 for 3. So
Absolutely.
that's a good trade.
You got to just get those little wins. Ooh, directional input saves him right there. You saw the yellow flashing light around that circle. Showed he was real close to getting taken down. Ooh, solid parry. Wasn't enough, though. There were multiple hits to that roll. Ooh.
Almost a good combo again from Falco. 147%.
Even a line attack could take this man
This
down.
man is hanging on by a thread, and there it is.
Man, for a split second there, I was like, what if the directional input saves him? But nope. Lucas takes him down. Good trade, though. 8-7. That's a good place to be in. Or it should be 8-6, actually. But still, that's pretty close right now. Matching things out. Taking down that Ness was definitely what they needed in that moment because he was putting out a lot of pressure onto the Star Fox characters. Now, do we see another Star Fox character? Or do we say somebody else? We might see Fox. We might see Fox. I don't know. That would be pretty funny. And honestly, I'd probably lose my mind if that's what we end up seeing. Not in a bad way, of course. I'd have a great time.
Honestly,
seeing this.
I mean, if we just, I mean,
we
we can't
just-
see. I think Ness and Lucas are the only Earthbound.
I think so.
characters,
I don't know anything about Earthbound,
Neither
honestly,
do I.
so
I just know that
don't
they're-
quote
I
me
just
on
know
that.
that they're
And we know
Earthbound
those two, so we'll see what happens. And maybe we'll never know because Lucas manages to take down the last six stocks on his own. I doubt it because he's only got 2 left. But like I
Yeah.
said, I saw that thing with Ganondorf a while back, so I can't really expect anything anymore. Oh, man.
okay.
Took away my hopes and expectations. Though, this one right here, Little Mac with the
Little
pink
Mac,
hoodie.
yep.
I played against him. He demolished me
Oh, he
every
does,
single
yeah.
time. So I am a little scared to see what's going to happen to this
Ness
Lucas.
needs to be super careful. If
Ness
Little
is
Mac-
gone. Ness
sorry,
is gone.
Lucas. Lucas. If
Ooh.
Lucas plays this not carefully, it might be very rough.
Ooh, but he's landing a couple good hits right now. But man, he would launch me into the sky and keep me up in there every single time. Man, the combo.
This is the
This is
problem
what I'm
with
talking
Little
about.
Mac versus
right
a
here.
lightweight.
Man, Little Mac will just launch you everywhere. It's this pink hoodie. It scares me. I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
No, I totally get it. I've seen the pink hoodie do some serious work. I'm
Ooh.
scared.
Saved by the shield. Oh, but
There's
the
the
KO is
KO.
prepared.
If
Wait, but he manages to take him
and
off.
doesn't
Wow,
get the
I was not
recovery.
ready for that.
Unfortunate. There goes the KO.
Man, open right out the gate.
Doesn't even matter.
He was ready to just say, nope, we're not playing this game right now.
That's the problem with Little Mac versus lightweights. He, like, 4 punches. And you're just done. You're done.
And I wouldn't even consider Little Mac to be a heavyweight by any means because he's fast.
He's
real
like
fast.
He's medium?
Medium.
Or-
That's how I'd put it.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty fast and he hits hard too.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, he's like, he's managing to land a good shot right there. 25%
Yeah.
in one punch. That is brutal. Good parry right there. Lucas is trying to get up in there.
Charging of a punch. Okay.
Light charge, but still managed to get the hit. Now matches Lucas up to his percentage. The KO is ready.
KO. One big punch from Little Mac might just spell Lucas's doom.
Oh, he's playing real carefully right now. Oh,
Okay.
gets taken out of it.
Ooh, okay. There goes the KO. Didn't do anything with it, unfortunately.
Lucas knew how to play that. Play that carefully, knock him out of the KO. That's exactly what you need. Get rid of that momentum.
Big flurry of punches, 78% for Lucas.
Ooh.
Charging. Oh,
but he
does he get the recovery? Okay, he does. Lucas' recovery is pretty hard to hit. So.
It is. Well, we'll see. Oh, and once again with the uppercut.
punch.
Doesn't take him out, but it's close. It's real close. Tries it again.
Charging it.
Lucas learning from his mistakes.
Oh.
Ooh, a side
Oh,
hit takes him
out.
down.
Unfortunate.
I told you, this is the one I'm scared about.
Yeah.
Man,
Little Mac is scary.
he's so scary. I honestly haven't played him against him a ton in general when I played this game. I played it a little bit. But I mostly played the campaign, and I had to do it the easiest difficulty first time around. I got better since then. I promise. I got better. But yeah, like I saw Little Mac like the first official time when I was playing earlier, and he was just hammering down those hits. It was like constant damage back and back to back to back. And obviously that's how Little Mac's supposed to be played. That's how you play him. He punches a lot. That's his whole thing. He's from Punch Out. But like still, the moment I saw that pink hoodie, I was like, I'm so sorry, Lucas. You're in for a rough time right now. Hey, there he is. It's Fox. Well, there we got, I believe, the full lineup from Star Fox. I don't know if there's anybody else. Neither of those games I know very much about.
Yeah, I think it's just Fox that's in.
Yeah. Fox, Wolf, Falco. Sounds about right. Yeah, starting things off, managed to land one hit onto the Little Mac. And now they're going in. They forgot to taunt, it seems. But now they're getting up in there. Taking down that first stock, just even things out like they're supposed to. And starting things off with a good combo, good flurry onto Fox.
Fox is at 30%, Little Mac 16. We're still in the early stages.
Yeah, but the advantage that Fox here is he has range.
Yeah, he does have range.
Little Mac is fast, but he doesn't have any of that. So if he manages to use that range to his advantage, it'd work out pretty well for him. Oh, but he closes the distance so fast, does range even matter at that point?
The problem with Little Mac is even though like his combos are short, it's a 1-2 punch. Doesn't even matter.
Speaking of, KO's at the ready. He needs to hit him once, and Fox is down. Oh, he takes him out of it once again.
Nice.
They're doing a good job at making sure that this Little Mac does not hit those KOs. Both of them at about 95% right now, only 0.4% away from each other. Had to do some quick Mac there. Make sure I didn't do it wrong.
For sure.
Ooh, Fox is putting in the good work right now.
One combo from Fox or one punch from Little Mac.
That's all it takes. Whoa, 136%. Wow,
There it is.
look
There
at that.
goes.
Giving Little Mac a run for his money right now. This Fox has been doing a great job of just landing these hits.
Fox in a dangerous spot now, though. 94-0. He's got to play this flawlessly if he wants to make sure that he can keep his third stock.
Ooh, is that even going to happen, though? We don't know. I can't say for sure. But, man, he's in a real rough spot. Tries to land that edge guard.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Little
goodness
Mac
for the iframes. Ooh,
Yeah.
and a great recovery. Takes him down on the way up.
does a little bit of damage.
Ooh, tries to go for the grab. Isn't able to find much.
Little Mac's KO is almost up.
Ooh. Yeah, but he's been able to take him out of the KO before, so he might be able to do it again.
But
Ooh,
it only takes one. It only takes one.
One punch man.
Oh, and
right,
it
like you said.
doesn't even need KO.
Hard
KO
right hook takes him down.
KO's about to come up, which would do huge damage.
Following up with a stake, taking down the stock, and then a KO punch would be real tough. Ooh, again though, takes him out of
Gets him
there.
out.
You just got to get that light hit onto him. Take him out of that KO. Take that momentum down.
A couple light hits, yeah.
Fox
105% on Little Mac. Fox is looking pretty healthy, but that
He
can
is.
change very fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to make sure he doesn't lose this stock, and he might be able to get away with that. Because currently, Little Mac's at 122%. Trying to get that edge guard, isn't able to find it. But right as I say that, he he turns the tide on Little Mac, hits him into a combo, notches him off the ledge of his own.
Oh, the recovery does a little bit of damage, stops the ledge guard.
The backwards kick
very
takes him
nice.
down. That was efficient right there. Good stuff from this Fox. Man, gave that Little Mac a run for his money. I was terrified just looking at this Little Mac being
That was a dangerous matchup for Fox.
Ooh, absolutely.
Lightweight into a medium who can do crazy damage, 25%.
and
per
crazy
punch.
fast,
Yeah,
too.
and he's crazy
Like,
fast.
I was talking about the range, but then I thought about it, and I look how fast he can just dash back and forth. I'm like, does it even matter at that point if you have a gun? If he can just dash you faster than the bullet can be shot?
I mean, yeah,
Like, at that point, just punch him, and that's all you really got to do. Punch the puncher, you know?
I mean, and Fox did an excellent job. He only lost one stock.
Oh, he did a great
which-
job. Took down two, only
okay.
lost one. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good trade.
pretty
That's what
good
you're
trade.
looking for. Things have been very balanced, and I'm really glad to see that. Because, like I said, this isn't like huge in terms of competitive standpoints, but ICCU, like I mentioned at the start of this, Boise State has won the Rocket League Rivals college football and Fortnite matches so far. So ICCU at this point, they just want one. You got to walk away with one. You know, that's where I'd want to be standing. So I feel like they just want to get that last chance. Here we go, the heavyweight. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, Bowser versus Fox. I will be interested to see how this goes.
This is probably where we'll be seeing more of the range because
Yeah.
Bowser's very slow, and you don't want to be near a man who could just grab you and deal 25% damage in one hit. Like I said, 2 hits bring up to 30%, man. Fox getting a good juggle onto him just for a second, but those shields. He's already got a shield on his back. He doesn't need another one.
Big hit from Bowser. 75 on Fox.
Ooh,
Fox,
but he's
Fox
matching
with
it
a
out.
good combo. Brings him up to even. 79 on Bowser.
Ooh, man, but he's really landing those hits. Bring him up to 106%. Bowser's slow, but he is mighty.
Oh, the flame breath. Fox
Not
dodges
quite.
it.
Trying to get those hits, but he's able to grab him out of the shield right there. That's a pretty good thing to be doing right there.
The problem here is that Fox is one bad hit away from going out.
Speaking of,
like,
right as you said
just
that.
like that.
Hit him with
While
the WWE move.
Bowser at 118.
Yeesh.
He's in a dangerous spot, but he's not
No, it's
close
not
to
over.
out.
He's going to be closer to 200%. Oh, but actually what might take him down is making sure he can't recover. Oh, but he managed to just barely
Good
touch
ledge
the round.
guard. Ooh.
Things are very even right now.
Oh, big hit from Fox.
Solid.
Takes out that stock. Very nice.
These are the final 2 stocks from ICCU right now, so they got to play this very carefully. Bowser's the last one on their side. Remember, Boise State's the red one. Don't confuse it.
Yep.
Maybe switch it around next time. Make things a little clearer. But yeah, we'll be seeing how this Bowser can play. He has to play this very carefully. He has to take down 4 more stocks all on his own. With only 2 left, but Fox is making this so difficult.
Yep. Even in terms of percentage, but I'll be honest, Fox needs Bowser to be an extra 50%.
Absolutely. They get like 100% doesn't matter to a heavyweight unless you can combo him off the edge.
Big kick
there
from
we go.
Bowser, and out goes Fox at like 75%.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Up. It's 3-2 right now. Boise State at 3, ICCU at 2. This is close. Boise State is at a slight lead right now, but this Bowser, he played pretty good. Maybe not as scarily as Fox did up against the Little Mac, but it all depends on what they end up bringing out for this final player. Boise State, maybe they'll bring out the Bowser of their own. I don't actually know if you can do that. Maybe they'll bring out a heavyweight. We'll go with that. Maybe it'll be heavyweight versus heavyweight, which will be a great way to end things off. Just big people punching each other really hard, which is my favorite thing to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
You ever watch Godzilla?
yeah,
It's basically the same
Yeah,
thing.
I mean-
The same level of excitement.
Yeah,
Big things
basically.
punching each other. You know?
big
exactly.
guy punches each other. 25%, 25%, 20.
Oh.
Palutena.
Born again. We got
Okay.
ourselves a Marvel rival reference. It might not actually be, and I'm just pulling at
No,
strings here.
I think that is a Marvel Rivals Adam reference.
I mean, she's kind of the closest you can get to Adam Warlock at that point. Got a staff. She shoots lasers. Close enough.
Palutena looking to play the range and just use the laser.
That's probably what you want to go for
Yeah,
here,
I
though.
mean,
Don't
can't-
get close to Bowser.
I can't say it's the wrong choice for sure.
Ooh, but he's closing the distance anyways. and he's-
Bowser playing outside that cone. Ooh.
This is scary right now. Palutena takes a lot of damage, but she's trading it pretty fast. Ooh, but that slam brings up to 55%. Trying to edge guard right there. Will he get the charge? Not quite. And a good revenge right there.
Palutena at 69%. Bowser to 73.
Ooh.
Palutena is a little spicy.
A little spicy. Ooh, great parry right there. She had not landed that. She would have been tossed off the stage.
Would have been toast.
Would have been toast. Trying to land these hits onto Palutena. Things are close right now. These tilts have been brutal onto her. But she's just barely surviving. Currently giving Bowser a run for his money, keeping it at 118%. Great parry into the pit.
That might be out.
The directional input keeps her alive.
Clean.
Ooh, but the flame breath might think it's difficult.
Okay.
Oh, good block right there.
Trying to play the edge here.
See if he can even get that. Oh, but she gets back on neutral stage. Is she going to be able to? Oh, she might be able to use that to her advantage.
Maybe a good edge guard.
Oh, but he gets back up too. They're both playing extremely carefully right now.
They both
so many
know
shields.
One bad trade.
Yep.
I mean, doom.
Dodges the flame ball. Oh, good parry into the grab. That could be it for her. And there she goes.
Oh, okay. I was like, is she still in? She's not in.
No, she got tossed into the background.
Very nice.
2-2, but Bowser's really hurting right now. Good block.
Oh, good.
Ooh, good
grab.
stuff. Good stuff. He's playing this so well right now. Man,
Another good grab.
44% in like a few seconds. Palutena hits him off the edge, but man. Ooh, the flame breath tries to hit her.
Okay, the
Ooh, but the
nice.
backwards
Very
throw.
good. Okay.
One stock left. Bowser, that's all you got left. But if you want to be able to get these wins in, this is your chance.
Ooh, Palutena with a good combo, 46%.
Ooh, another good
big
grab. Up to 87%. I believe this is a best 2 out of 3, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's.
So this won't be the end for ICCU
Yeah.
if they lose. They still got another chance. Oh, but he might be able to hit her. Oh, the fireball. She's going down. That was clean.
Misses the charge.
Oh, but
gets
the
the
grab.
grab.
Oh, she's still
Palutena's
just
not quite
barely
out
alive.
yet.
This is awfully scary right now. She's hurt for health in the side tilt.
kick.
It's
Oh.
1-1 right now. It's 1-1. One in Boise State, one in ICCU. This is for all the beans.
All the marbles.
What other circular-ish objects are there that is all for? I don't know. But either way, Palutena is landing some good hits right now. Bring Bowser up to 86%.
Play this edge.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, but he grabs it. Just barely. Oh, takes him down. There it is.
There it is. That's the first game for BSU. Well played.
Man,
That was close.
that had me on the edge of my seat right there at the end. Bowser was putting up a real hefty fight right there.
I'll be honest, I was like, does Palutena got this? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure Palutena has this.
That moment she lost that second stock, she's like, okay, we're not playing no more. This is
We're done.
we ain't playing around. We got to lock in right now. And she really did. There was like, I think Bowser hit her once during that last stock.
Yeah.
Everything else is just hit after hit after hit nonstop.
I think it was a big side tilt, but yeah, no. Palutena was like, we're done.
Nope, we're done.
Move it on. We're done. Come on.
Well, if I
to
am
the
not
next.
mistaken, if this is his best 2 out of 3, that means 1 point does go to Boise State, and they just got to win again. ICCU got to win 2 rounds in a row. not too much of a big deal. They can manage it. If they can, maybe they bring out some different characters, different strategies. I always bring up bringing out different strategies. I couldn't tell you what any of them are for this game. Hit them harder, hit them better, something like that. Call it good.
Dodge the things, do better edge guards.
Exactly. What the dog's keys? Taunt at the start, control neutral, stuff like that. You know, punish your enemy, punish the attacks. I feel like, well, what I really try to focus on, you know. Here we go. I'll talk about my opinion afterwards. Punish openings. That's pretty important. Look for the 2-frame. Win in neutral. Don't forget to taunt. I guess it was brought up, and I just completely forgot about it for some reason. But winning in neutral, I feel, is really important.
Yeah.
Managed to keep him off that main central platform, edge guard pretty well. But what I really noticed to be one of the more effective things from a player is to learn from the enemy, is to learn from their opponent. You know, I'm gonna say brought to you by ICCU again, just in case, because we love ICCU. Thanks to ICCU for their continued support of Boise State esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State has won multiple national championships and piled more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance.
Oh, and we're in.
Good timing, I guess.
Good timing.
A little late to it. But hey, we got new people this time around. Got ourselves a Rob and a Banjo-Kazooie. I played against both of these when I was playing up against them. This Rob, he was pretty good. He was landing some solid hits as I was playing up against him. But that was also the time I was trying to remember the controls, so I don't think I'm a very good source for that.
This is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of thrones, a lot of projectiles. Oh, and Banjo is not giving Rob any time to breathe.
Currently, it's relatively similar on health. Oh, right as I see that, pretty good hit from Banjo.
What are they called? Fly wings?
Something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about
wings.
either of these games either. I'm going to be honest. I don't actually know that much about Nintendo. I'm a horrible source for these things. But hey, I know how Super Smash Bros. Works, so that's why I'm here.
I know.
Good damage onto Rob, though.
I think it's called Brave Bird. I think that's the move that the Banjo is using, and he only has so many of them.
Well, doesn't seem like it matters because that up attack takes down Rob's first stock. Boise State.
Effect.
This is a good start for ICCU, taking down that first stock. Up to 87% right now. Currently, he's got to play this pretty carefully. Of course, it's not all over for him just yet. Rob is not a huge heavy hitter, probably closer to the medium, like we were mentioning with Little Mac. Yeah. But hey, just a couple more good hits, good combo takes down that first stock. But currently, they got Rob up to 40% already. This Banjo is doing a pretty good job.
Banjo is looking a little worse for wear, though. One big laser from Rob could spell.
Those lasers hurt real bad.
Yeah, they do. For sure.
Ooh, top spin, trying to bring it out. Man, he's running out of those charges, though. That's the last one.
There they go. No more feathers.
And he just decides, nah, I don't feel like dealing with you anymore. And Rob hits him right off the stage.
And I think, to be honest, that was probably a good call to use all the
laser.
feathers.
Like I said,
Yeah,
laser.
There is the laser.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's all the. It's not 5 per game. It's 5 per stock.
It's 5 per stock. Yep.
That definitely was the right move. Then you got to use them all just in case.
Back up. Okay, he does. He does recover, just barely.
Grenade gets thrown up behind. I thought he was going to throw him right into it, but nope. Other direction. Oh,
big punch from Banjo.
Charges up. He still has those 5 feathers left if he feels like using them. He's at 0% right now, so he can use them however he wants at this point. Trying to land those hits onto Rob. He's up to 3%. Very little, but hey, any hit's a good hit. Grabs the top, throws it right back at him. They're just juggling it right now because Rob grabbed it too. They're just throwing it right back at each other. Both of them pretty similar in health right now. Rob up to 44%. Banjo-Kazooie not too far behind at 28, nearly 29. Man, the damage keeps going up. Oh, that was close. Nearly hits him with that slam.
Rob needs to lock in this.
Gotta lock in. Lock in, Rob.
This Banjo, he's working this Rob really hard.
Never thought a bird would do so well against a robot, but here we are.
I mean,
ooh, that parry.
Birds aren't real.
Oh, right, birds are robots. My bad.
Birds are robots.
Maybe that's why.
It's just robot on robot violence.
And whatever Banjo is, I'm gonna be honest.
He's a bear?
Bear? No, yeah, you're right. You're right. He's a bear. He's a bear. Bear and bird and other bird. Is Rob a bird? If all birds are robots, does that mean all robots are birds? Anyways, Rob currently at 105% right now. Not doing too hot right now. 1 or 2 good hits. A singular feather hit from Banjo-Kazooie right there.
Yep.
Oh, but it wasn't. I was wrong about that. Maybe he heard me and he's like, I guess it's time to bring it out. But no, actually, Rob survived it.
Oh, and there goes the Rob.
He almost fell off there at the end. If he had lost that stock in those final moments, that would have been crushing.
Unfortunate.
Of course, they'd still be in the lead, but if I fell off at the very end after knowing that I secured victory, I would have been a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
Tomato face and be like, sorry guys, got a little silly. That's my bad.
A little too silly. Maybe I should have stayed a little more locked in.
Yeah, but currently this is a pretty good place. ICCU currently in the lead, which is better off than they were last time, which if they want to be able to steal the win.
A reverse, I think?
Yeah, that sounds, because I believe Ness had 2 stocks.
Yeah, I think Ness had 2 stocks going into the second
so,
round.
Yeah,
so
perfect split, I suppose. So we'll be seeing if ICCU can keep this momentum going. They need to bring back Little Mike. Ooh, we got ourselves a DDD. I see him a lot in the competitive space, especially because of that Gordo. People love tossing it.
Yep.
I tried him once while I was waiting for the stream to start. I could not figure it out, but the Gordo was fun to hit at people. And I think I hit it like twice in the 5 minutes I was alive. Ooh, tries to spit the Gordo out, but that grenade hits him pretty hard. He's doing exactly what he should. If DDD is going to spam Gordos, he may as well spam the grenades and the eggs,
Spam the grenades, spam the eggs.
Dude can play at that game, Mr. Duckman.
Banjo and Kazooie is playing.
Ooh, but he hit himself with his own grenade. Rough.
Ooh.
This is what I was talking about
Yeah,
here. with
DDD
it.
hitting a good combo, getting Banjo up to 65%. Honestly, I think Banjo just needs to play his projectiles, and he's doing a pretty good job of it so far.
It's what you always got to do when you're playing against the heavyweight. Unless you're somebody who doesn't have projectiles, you just got to use them as much as possible.
Don't come anywhere near that big hammer.
Ooh, but he's confident. Ooh, the parry there at the end.
To the big attack, very nice.
Man. Oh, he almost manages to eat him, but just barely manages to last second.
Oh,
ooh,
was that?
He hit the Gordo back at DDD, who hit it right back at him.
And that was nice.
That was nice. Very satisfying. Ooh, he's hurting for health right now. DDD is
120%.
Ooh, almost gets hit by his own Gordo. Well, actually, you can't get hit by it until somebody hits it back at you.
Hits it at you, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, that shield saved him from getting eaten right there.
There's
Finally.
a feather used.
Well, he's still better that he spams him right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, right there. Narrowly managed to take him off the screen. Now he's in the lead right. Well, not in terms of stocks, but.
Ooh, that was very close. The feather. Oh.
Tries to hit him with the slam. DDD fakes him and hits him through the platform. Ooh, the grenade to knock away that Gordo. I don't even know if that was intentional. Looks like they launched them at the same time, but it worked out pretty well.
Oh, one big hit from either of these characters.
Either one.
Would spell doom.
Because Banjo Kazooie still hit pretty hard.
The big hit from DDD.
Ooh, hits him pretty good. Both at 160%.
A grenade.
It was an egg, actually. It was an egg.
Okay.
Either way, it's a projectile roughly egg-shaped, close enough. One of them explodes, one of them doesn't, and there he goes.
There's the stock for DDD. Oh, but I'll be honest, DDD's probably going to lose the stock here.
Playing off the edge as a heavyweight is a very risky play, but he seems to know what he's doing.
For sure. DDD has good recovery, though. There's a feather. Almost grabbed.
There we go. Takes him down once again. 9 to 10 right now. 8 to 10. I don't know. I lost count. Even though it literally says it at the top of the screen.
Numbers are hard. I haven't taken my math class this semester. So.
I am taking a stats class right now, which is close enough. I have to take Calc 2. Wish me luck. Oh, yeah. Things are looking pretty rough right now for Banjo and Kazooie up at 67%. They still have to take down DD 2 stocks, which when he's a heavyweight and you're not playing a heavyweight, he still hits hard, but not quite as hard as someone like Bowser or Donkey Kong or something like that. So he's got to play this pretty efficiently. That combo. The feather off the map. Ooh, that is rough. He has to use another one to get back. Is he going to be able to recover? Oh, but he gets hit off. The Gordo. Oh, the feather. What? Oh, my goodness.
Feathers right into DDD's hammer.
That was
How
rough.
unfortunate.
I got to give him a round of applause for that. I don't even know what just happened, but it was brutal. He landed that combo spectacularly.
DDD was skilled, but hey, I mean, Banjo still took a stock off
he
of
did.
him, so
that's what you're hoping for.
That's really good. That's really
decent
good.
trade. But hey, you got to take what you can get. Those moral victories always pretty important. Because while skill is very important, it's all about that mindset. You got to make sure you're not getting too mad, too sad, too bad, I guess. But that plays into skill. The 3 ads, whatever. If you're able to just make sure you can stay calm and collected and make sure you know what you're doing, that's what you got to look for.
BSU at 8.
Ooh, Falco's back.
To ICCU's 9.
Yep. It's pretty close right now.
This is doable.
It's very doable.
For either team.
Yeah, especially because DDD played very well last time. Ooh, that parry. Very satisfying. I love parries. They always make me feel nice. Like, good job on that timing. Keep it up.
Falco needs to not give DDD any room to breathe, I think.
No, you just got to hammer him down. Pun intended, actually, because he has a hammer. You got to hammer down the hammer man. Just constantly keep those attacks going.
But DDD is not giving Falco an opportunity. He's playing in...
Ooh,
frames.
He's just making sure every time he's able to dodge one of Falco's attacks, he just immediately follows up with one of his own. But yeah, they're doing pretty evenly right now. Yeah, both at about 80%. Ooh, good combo right there. Even cancels the
Gordo. Nice.
That's what you're looking for. If you can make sure you can control where the Gordo's going, that's what you want. Like you said, he's managing to keep control of where DDD's going, and as a heavy, doing that to a heavyweight's very impressive. Ooh, manages to cancel out of all 3 up tilts. Ooh, these
Back
are
to
rough.
the center of the arena. DDD is 140, which is actually a dangerous spot, especially since this Falco is hitting his combos.
Oh, yeah, he is just, like you said, just landing those attacks back to back to back. Good shield managed to save him for just a second, but will it be enough?
Oh.
He's keep hitting those up tilts like it's no tomorrow. Look at that, just trying to juggle him into the sky.
DDD needs to give himself some breathing room. And it is looking dangerous.
Ooh, there he goes. Managed to take down Falco. I mean, there goes the Gordo. Manages to land it as he's trying to recover.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, he dashes into the Gordo. This is looking kind of rough right now. He is playing these edges so efficiently. Finally manages to land on the ground, resetting his abilities. So exactly what he needed. Barely blocking that Gordo, too.
Okay, very
Man,
nice.
that up light, he just knows exactly how to play it when he's out the stage, because he knows every time people are going to walk straight into it. And without fail, that's how it's been going.
DDD playing the edge of the stage. I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm a little
Yeah,
scared.
especially with
to be
a 200%.
honest.
Man,
it doesn't
tossed
even matter.
right
He's in the
off.
center and he still gets tossed off. Oh,
Now it's down to 7-8 right now. ICCU still in the lead. That's what they want. They want a chance to make that comeback. They've got to keep it going. Which this Falco, he's landing those hits, already bringing up to 46% when DD's been on stage for like 10 seconds.
DDD needs to take out this whole Falco
But look
if
at
he wants
that.
to even this up.
That combo is
Oh,
dangerous.
huge
Look at
combo.
that.
There he
From like
goes.
70% to stock taken down.
Very nice.
Very, very good.
DDD in an okay spot. Falco at 0. It looks like DDD learned. He learned to dodge the Falco's up tilt.
I'm telling you, it's all about
Yeah.
learning how your opponent plays. It's always just kind of do what you do at the very start, but the more you play, the more you got to play into how your opponent does. And he's definitely doing that.
Yep, 89% on the Falco.
Oh, but the slam right into him.
Into it.
Wow. Boise State taking the lead out of left field. That was crazy.
Those iframes
Oh.
on the edge did not save Falco. How unfortunate.
Right afterwards, he was like, no, it's ground pound time, and just slammed him right off the edge. Man, if you're managing to keep those hits coming, you manage to just hit them back to back as a Falco, that's what you want. But if DDD hits you once, you're basically dead, and so that's not something you want. And Falco, he just got... I don't even think that was his fault at that point.
No.
That was just a
that was
a perfect
just the
set of
turn
circumstances.
events, how it
yeah.
happened. Like, I mean, you can't dodge a frame perfect slam.
No, you
Like,
can't. It's frame perfect for a reason. It's perfect. Yeah, but man, Boise State making a comeback for themselves right now. They're feeling like, nah, we've been doing so well against ICCU the other 4 days. This 5th one, we ain't going to change that.
We're not going to drop.
It's a lot of pressure from both sides. Boise State, they want to get that full sweep. ICCU, they want to get something for themselves. Oh, here's the Little Mac.
Oh, this is going to be rough. For,
Well, but that's interesting, though, because DDD is a heavyweight character, so Little Mac can't toss him around as much.
no, but at the same time, that gives Little Mac the opportunity to hit him more.
That's
and
true.
And he's bigger to hit. So
Good point.
Yeah,
25%.
Straight 25%.
Yep, good point.
And DDD didn't move, so Little Mac got a good combo.
Little Mac, he's just no nonsense. Oh, wow, that was a crazy up tilt into the Gordo hit.
DDD.
Man, he is no nonsense right now. He's just keeping those hits heavy. His momentum's already almost fully built up right now.
Almost at the KO. There it is.
There it is. One good hit might take down DDD, but he is now also playing no nonsense.
Okay, big grab, big swing.
DDD just needs to be able to get one hit in order to get some sort of lead right now.
KO is
One KO,
out.
sorry.
But
Oh, the directional
the
input.
sledge guard
Oh, but
can't
Matt,
save it.
he managed to
Unfortunate.
take down Little Mac before he managed to take down DDD. That's what you're looking for. If
Ooh.
you're in a rough situation, you just got to get at least one.
DDD has to play this flawless if he wants to take another stock.
Well, flawless might be difficult because he is closing that distance pretty quickly. Those Gordos have definitely been really difficult for Little Mac to avoid, especially because you don't have projectiles to dodge them with.
Ooh, very nice. Gives himself some space. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Side
Little
tilt.
Mac is so fast.
Ooh,
The
trying to hit him with the charge.
Oh,
Oh, he's trying it every single time.
that tilt is saving DDD for sure.
Trying to just close that distance. DDD, ooh, wrong direction with this dog, and he gets hit off the map. 6-5 right now.
BSU still in the lead.
They
DDD
are
taking a stock.
That was a good play from that DDD, just making sure that, hey, if I'm not going to be able to take down all of your stocks, you got to take down one right before I go down.
Honestly, that's all DDD could ask for. Taking an extra stock, keeping BSU in the lead So
Exactly, because if Little Mac had just landed that one more, if he had hit that KO slam, that would have been an even play. It'd be 6-6 right now. But DDD, he decided to play that very carefully. So I believe 6-5 is what we're at right now. I just said 7, but that was before
for sure.
DDD went down.
It's
So
6 for BSU, 5 for
5 for ICCU. That's correct. So yeah, it's very evenly matched. Boise State, it started off slightly more towards ICCU's favor. It's very slowly leaning towards Boise State's favor again. So they've got to play this pretty carefully if ICCU wants
see
a
the
chance.
Ness again?
No, we got a Sephiroth.
Okay.
I have actually never seen a Sephiroth get played in a competitive standpoint.
I have seen Sephiroth played. He's pretty good. He's got
a big sword.
range, which is really rough for characters like Little Mac to deal with. He needs to be in your face.
Well, Little Mac doesn't seem to care at this point. He's
really
fast enough where he's like, I don't really care. I'm just going to run in there and deal that damage. Big Sword Sephiroth, man, he's making sure that he keeps the distance away from Little Mac. He knows what he's doing. Man, yeah, he is making things difficult. Right as I was saying that Little Mac seems to not really have to worry about that, this Sephiroth is playing very efficiently against that. He's using that timing to his advantage. He is definitely making, he has that reaction time that you need.
Yeah, for sure. Sephiroth stacking up those fireballs to do big damage. Ooh, and a big fireball. The KO is up.
One good
Little
hit.
Mac at 117% though.
Oh, but he does not.
Misses the KO. How unfortunate.
Good block, avoiding that sword. But man, he's at 128% right now. One good hit could just take him right down. Ooh,
Sephiroth,
not quite.
The big fireball.
Oh,
and
he tries to
there
punch
goes.
it out of his hand, but nope. Unfortunately, punching a fireball doesn't always save you from certain doom.
There's the grab. Sephiroth.
Man,
Ooh, big hit from Little Mac.
he's going grab heavy today, though. That might be exactly what he needs. Yeah, he's bringing Sephiroth up to 79%, which is pretty effective, but man,
Okay.
off the map,
Interesting.
a very interesting play, but it worked.
It did work.
The weird stuff is sometimes the right stuff. He seems to believe that that's what it's going to get him those hits onto Little Mac, and it's working. I can't say it's not working because it's working. 6-4 right now.
Sephiroth is playing this perfectly. I think he's waiting for Little Mac to come to him and just responding.
Absolutely. That feels like a thing Sephiroth would do. I don't even know anything about Sephiroth, but just looking at him, that feels like something he'd do.
I don't know a whole lot about Final Fantasy 7.
7, yeah, you're right.
But that definitely feels like, okay, the KO's up, big fireball.
Oh, but the fireball knocks him down. It takes him down. That is rough.
Oh.
It's 5-3 right now. Boise State is in the lead. Got 2 players left. ICCU is down to their final one. Don't know who it is. Don't know who they're going to play. But it's all up to this last one right now. This is where the highest pressure is. Because if this is 2 out of 3, I got to assume it is. I really don't know. I could be lying on stream.
Yeah.
If so, sorry. I'm just silly. It is. Okay, we're good. I was right.
We've had confirmation. It is 2 out of 3.
It is 2 out of 3. I wasn't lying. So this is a lot of pressure from our final player here. Like I said, I don't know who it is or who we're going to see. But they got to take down 5 stocks all on their own, which is just – and this is their final chance. If this last player gets taken down, Boise State wins this. And I don't know if we're going to be doing 2 separate games. I doubt it at this point. There's been a lot of back and forth of what's being decided. But either way, Boise State's going to be given that 5th and final win if they're able to take this down. So a lot of pressure, but a lot of excitement at the same time.
Yeah, they got to take 2 stocks from a Sephiroth and then 3 stocks from something else.
Whoever's next. We might not even see it. Depends on how well the Sephiroth ends up playing.
It could be the Lucas. It could be the Ness.
It's somebody new. We've seen new players like entirely this game. I don't know if we saw any. Did we see any repeats? I already forgot. Did we see? We saw Falco. It was Falco.
Fox and Falco.
Both of them, yeah. So maybe we'll see somebody new. I hope so.
Did we see a Fox?
I don't think we saw a Fox. We might have seen a Fox. I don't think we saw a Fox though.
No, it was just Falco.
It was just Falco.
It was just Falco.
Either way, I imagine we'll probably see somebody
We're
new.
losing it. That's okay.
So got ourselves a Joker. This will be a fun one.
Persona.
Disturbing
I'm
the peace
ready
up in here.
What is he spinning?
He's spinning. He's just sitting on that invincibility platform.
Ready for the taunts.
Don't know what's going on right now.
There it is. There they
Big
go.
sword.
There it is. They are ready to go.
Well, we'll see how this Joker plays. I honestly have not seen too many good Jokers on a competitive standpoint. I might have just gotten unlucky because I've seen him played very well in a few places, and when I do, he is brutal.
Yeah, Joker is really hard. He has a high skill ceiling, but you get that skill.
Once he reached that ceiling,
high skill floor.
Oh yeah.
But even higher skill ceiling, it's crazy. Is Arsene out?
That's what you want. Once you get that Persona on your side, that's you're going to be able to start making those plays. He's hurting for health pretty bad right now.
Oh, the recovery waiting for.
I thought Sephiroth was going down, honestly. I really did.
Insane. The big grab, the getting Joker on the ledge.
And
no more Arsene, no more Persona.
That's rough. And he's really punishing him. He's edge guarding like crazy.
Oh, big hit.
There he goes, down to 2 stocks. All they've got left. This Joker's got to lock in. 5 stocks left for only 2. This is his last chance. Well, not his last chance. Ooh, that block. He learned. That's what I'm telling you about. You learn about those attacks. You learn how to play against them.
This ICCU player saw his teammate go fall prey to that attack and was like, not me. I'm better.
Nah, I'd win.
Nah, I'd win.
Yeah, but still, Sephiroth is bringing out these hits like crazy. Arsene's just about
to come out. Yeah.
Ooh, 98%. Ooh,
the parry!
Effective. Arsene's back out on the field. He's just got to stay away from the edge at this point. I feel like that's his best bet. Sephiroth plays very well into these edge guarding scenarios, so as long as he's able to avoid that. Ooh, good projectile hitting Sephiroth. He goes off the stage to try and hit him. That was dangerous, but it works out in the long run. He takes down that second stock. Only 1 left.
1 to 2.
Sephiroth.
53%.
At this point, this Sephiroth just wants to take down 1 more stock. Currently, Boise State is up at 4 right now. They've got double the stocks this Joker has, but they've still got a pretty high chance. Ooh, Arsene gets put away. That is not what you want to see. But still, Joker isn't completely useless without it. That sounds so rude. I meant that more as in Joker's still good without the Arsene, but he's even better.
Without Arsene.
Yeah, poor war choice right there. I love you, Joker, I promise.
Joker at 100%.
This is rough. Good block right there. Dodges the charge, and he goes in for the grab. Just barely misses that projectile off the edge, and oh, Sephiroth tries to punish him off that edge guard. These projectiles are really what's allowing him to hit Sephiroth. Oh, but the grab. Oh, it takes him down. It's 1-1 right now. You got to at least take down Sephiroth's last stock. We got to at least see this last player, Joker. That's all you got left to do.
You got this. Come on. He's at 74%. 75%. I'm a pirate now.
We got a pirate up in here. Oh, good grab off the edge. Already bringing Joker up to 70%. The Arsene's out, so that might give him what he needs to take him down. Oh, he manages to still hit through the attack. Good block. 96 to 97. Things are so incredibly close right now. Sephiroth now at 113. Going off the edge. He's playing this very dangerously. Oh, they just take him down. We'll see the last player. We're going to see the last of Boise State's players.
The last BSU player.
Oh, man. That had, I was screaming a little bit. I'm going to be honest.
Hey, this is doable.
This is doable.
You can do this.
It's possible. It's possible.
Joker can lock in.
And he was playing pretty well.
He was.
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm going to be honest.
I'm ready for this.
I'm so ready. Who are we going to see, though? That's who I'm wondering. Who's going to be the final player?
You know, we've had a couple of the sticking with games. So maybe after Sephiroth, we see a Cloud.
Maybe. But we didn't really see a lot of that in the second round, though. I feel.
That's true.
Because there was a lot of that in the first round. Second round, not very much. In fact, I don't really think we saw any of the same game.
No.
So maybe we'll see someone like a Mario or Zelda or something. I don't know. Or maybe we'll see Ness again, and Ness will just be like, nah, I'm okay. We'll go back to round 1.
We'll go back to round 1.
Oh, it's a snake.
Snake. Okay.
This is exciting. Maybe he just needs to hide in the box and hope that Joker accidentally falls off the edge.
Must have been the win.
A lot of pressure on this Joker right now. 1 stock left. Unfortunately, falling off built up his arsenal a little bit. So maybe that's what he needs. No, man, dealing with these explosives all over the place. This is the hardest part about fighting a snake. Is you just spam bombs everywhere.
He's gonna play his grenades. He's gonna play his C4.
He knows.
He brings the grenade right into Joker.
He knows he has health he can sacrifice at this point. Ooh, the Arsene gets brought out though. Might be able to land a good hit or two onto the snake. Ooh, but the parry. But he manages to grab him right out of it. Doesn't even matter at that point. Currently
Snake
up at 44%.
Snake using his recovery to get back to the center of the arena.
Ooh, he's hitting so hard right now. Going off the edge. That is scary. I don't know why you do that. If it works, it worked, so it's fine. But oh my goodness, he takes down the first stock. It's doable. He's up to 55% right now. Not technically half health because, of course, 100% isn't full health, but you know what I mean.
Arsene is out.
Ooh, that's not what you want. Or he's back in at that point. Back in the mask.
Yeah, back in the mask.
Ooh, he's just trying so hard to avoid the... At this point, it's just avoid the grenades until Arsene's back in the game and then just go all in. Oh, he's managed to deal a little bit of damage to Snake, but ooh, those grenades. And he's just spamming them back and forth. Snake knows this is what he's just got to do. Managed to blow him up again, up to 95%.
Arsene is almost up.
Oh, he's just got to land like 1 or 2 more hits, and he's going to bring it up. Good parry right there. Block, not parry, you know what I mean. There's a shield either way. Arsene's out. This is his chance to deal some good damage, but the uppercut takes him down. I really thought that was it, but Boise State, their Snake brings out that final stock onto the Joker, taking down ICCU's final player, winning the second of 3 rounds. The Broncos have secured their 5th and final win, I believe, assuming we're not doing anything else. I don't really know. But either way, fantastic plays from both sides. That was very even, both games. But Boise State just had some slight advantage, some slightly better players, slightly better strategy. Doesn't really matter. They had what they needed to secure that win, and that's what they got. 5-0 up against ICCU. That is fantastic from the standpoint of our players.
Yeah, I mean, ICCU had a lead at the start of this round, lost it a little bit, but it's been, honestly, I was really happy with these two games. They were back and forth. I never truly knew who was gonna win. There was no. Yep, ICCU's got it. Yep, BSU's got it.
It was so back and forth, but honestly, that was my favorite part about it. ICCU, they just played so efficiently, and I'm so glad that they could still do so well, even if they weren't able to secure this win. Either way, we're going to be going on another break here. Don't go anywhere. We got more stuff on the way. Wolf versus ourselves. A Wolf versus a
Ness?
Yes, a Ness.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Brain fart happened right then.
All good. The other one is Lucas, and he confuses me all the time.
They look pretty similar, but hey, same game. Happens all the time. Starting things off, Fox loses the first stock. Starting things off so well right now. Man,
Another good grab.
44% in like a few seconds. Palutena hits him off the edge, but man. Ooh, the Flame Breath tries to hit her.
Okay,
Ooh, with the backwards
Very
throw.
good. Okay.
One stock left. Bowser, that's all you got left. But if you want to be able to get these wins in, this is your chance. So he still hit pretty hard.
The big hit from DDD.
Ooh, it's a pretty good. Both at 160%.
Grenade.
It was an egg, actually. It was an egg.
Okay.
Either way, it's a projectile, roughly egg-shaped, close enough. One of them explodes, one of them doesn't, and there he goes.
There's the stock for DDD. Oh, but I'll be honest, DDD's probably playing this perfectly. I think he's waiting for Little Mac to come to him and just responding.
Absolutely. That feels like a thing Sephiroth would do. I don't even know anything about Sephiroth, but just look at it. That feels like something
definitely. I don't know a whole lot about Final Fantasy VII.
Seven,
but,
you're right.
But that definitely feels like, okay, the KO's up, big fireball.
With the fireball knock.
So ICCU is done. We're just going to do locals.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. We are all done with Bankers versus Broncos. Had a great time with that, but we got one more little thing, a bit of a last-minute decision, but we are now doing Tater Tots on stream, which is a bit different. Instead of crew battle, it's going to be 1v1, open bracket kind of thing. So a little bit different, but I'm still really excited to see how this goes. Once again, I am your host, AJ Pepley, and I'm joined by Lucas Hall. And I'm really excited to see how this goes on. It's also very chill. It's a weekly event. It's not really broadcasted all the time. So it's just going to be pretty fun, pretty chill. Just give you guys more stuff to watch, which I'm not upset about. I love casting, all this kind of stuff. So no complaints here.
For sure. Yeah. Honestly, it's going to be interesting seeing going from crew battles to 1v1s.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no, as far as I understand, there's no round to round. You're just, it's 3 stocks. You're done.
Basically. Ooh, starting things off. We got ourselves a Bowser and a Falco. Right back in, and it seems we got that camera on a little late because Bowser seems to be doing very well right now.
Yeah, he's doing, oh my gosh, 176%
Yeah.
to 1 stock.
Yeah,
45
if he's able to take down this last stock on Falco, man, that will feel great for him, I imagine. Though, since stocks aren't like a you got to save them kind of thing at this point, at least assuming we know what we're talking about, which no promises.
Yeah.
I only learned about this about 20 minutes ago. I mean, no, it's fine. Ooh, another good grab. And 199%. Falco just needs to land one good hit to take down one of Bowser's stocks. But at this point, Bowser's just... Oh, right as I say that, he manages to get a good side kick there onto Bowser. But Bowser gets right back in there, doesn't really care about using that invincibility and just tries to land a hit onto Falco, though. Good dodge off of him allows him to avoid it for just a second. Just spamming that laser gun. At this point, like I said, you got to use that range to your advantage against a slow character.
Is Bowser trying to parry the gun?
I think so. Which honestly, he's got the stocks to work with. At this point, if I wouldn't play it all silly like because I wouldn't trust myself. But hey, if you feel confident in enough yourself, go for it. I can't blame you.
Bowser, yep, one big grab.
Oh, he survives it even then.
Still in. That's crazy.
128%. Oh, and right back at it again. And there he goes. Falco gets taken down. Bowser winning this first round. I'm not really sure if we have like a little thing to look at to figure out how the bracket works and make my life a lot easier. But I can tell you with wholehearted success that Bowser won the first time, and that's about it. Either way, I'm curious to see how the rest of this is going to be going down. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing about the same characters we've been seeing for Breakers versus Broncos, because while the ICCU people are now done, it's still the same players from our team. That's how we were able to get set up so quickly. Faster than I was anticipating, frankly.
Yeah,
They were already going by the time we started talking. So I was like, okay, we're getting right in this thing. Yeah, no complaints from me. Give us a nice little, we got to get a piece together the story ourselves and be like, it seems like Bowser's winning right now. we have to use our brains for just a second, you know? Yeah.
Brain using.
Where's the fun in that when you can just play Super Smash Bros. And beat people up?
Be silly.
Yeah, exactly.
Win the game. I'm in. So, I'm kind of interested. It doesn't really look. It appears as though our players that are on stage are still on the stage. So maybe it's the best 2 out of 3 for one-on-ones?
I not 100% sure, frankly, but I do know that it is a tournament battle. Well, what I imagine it's going to be happening here is it's probably just one battle, and then you go further in the bracket, and people just kind of take up that stead. Either way, I can say with confidence that we are casting Super Smash Bros. And we are currently waiting for either a technical difficulty or somebody to figure out their buttons, figure out their character. Either way, we'll be getting back in it here shortly. It's just technology is weird. We all know this. If you're watching this, you should know that by now because you are watching it with technology. And I know, frankly, that your technology has not been cooperating, at least at some point. So we just have to wait and hope that it works out.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Nintendo Switch is the most optimized piece of technology on planet Earth, and it has had no issues ever in the history of
Well, to be honest, I was thinking more from like the computers we're broadcasting it to standpoint, but yeah, that works.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, maybe it is a best 2 out of 3. We got the Falco right back on stage. You might have been right about that. Starting things off, dealing some pretty hefty damage to Bowser, but he literally just hits him once, matches it out, now doubling it.
Bowser loves those grabs.
He does.
And I can't blame him. They do good damage.
They do hefty damage, especially against somebody like Falco, who's about a lot lighter weight. All the villagers watching in the background. Man, they're 0.1% apart. They're both landing a lot of very good damage onto each other right now. This is going very well for them.
Big punches from Bowser. Ooh, and then
third
edge guard. Very nice.
Ooh, the flames could make it difficult, knocking him off. Ooh, but he's able to save it. Right as I say that, though, gets knocked off. Good side attack there, taking down Falco's first stock.
Falco's in a pretty good spot. Sorry.
Falco.
Bowser.
Falco's still in a good spot. Bowser's just in a better spot.
Yeah.
Ooh, right as I say that.
Good ledge guard.
Evening things out once again. 2-2, 0-0%. Falco's trying to get any good hits, but that grab leading into that up special, just dishing out that damage. But Falco decides to get revenge, bring it up to 30%. A lot of back and forth with this one so far. Not too much just heavy on one person or heavy on the other. It's been pretty back and forth, and I appreciate that.
Kind of the thing, though, is that they don't want, like, Falco doesn't want a back and forth. He needs 2 hits for every one that Bowser does. So
I guess I meant that more from a back and forth, bringing it percentage-wise, you know, bringing them up to 20%, and then the other one to 20%, and then 30 to 30, that kind of thing. Not like 2 hits and then 2 hits, because if it was like that, Falco would already be off the stage by now. Because Bowser, he hits really hard. Speaking of, man, yeah, 20% of that hit right there.
And they're both in the red. Bowser's in a much better spot, though.
Yeah, and he's hitting hard. Barely's able to recover that flame breath.
The charge, the parry.
Good thing he knows how to counter that flame breath. Well, he does take the damage. He is able to get back up. But there goes his second stock. Falco, if he's able to land a good hit, Bowser wouldn't be too far behind. Ooh, a good combo, launching him up into the air, hitting him with that laser gun. Tries to land it again. Bowser seems to be a little more prepared for it that time. Tries to hit him off the edge. That is a risky move, especially when you're on your last stock. But he feels pretty confident, nearly taking Bowser out up at 182% right now.
Bowser has a whole extra stock here. Even though he's at 188%, he's got some room to play with.
He does. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
You say that.
Now he's got a lock.
That down tilt manages to take him down. Now 1-1, 5 to 10%. Ooh, Falco's trying to land. He's able to land a pretty good combo. Look at that.
Oh
wow.
My gosh.
Bring him up to 50%. That's what you're looking for as a Falco. You just want to be able to land as many hits as possible and make sure that the enemy heavyweight can't land any of their hits.
Up still catches Falco just a little bit.
Fully charged too, followed by another tilt. Man, Falco gets revenge there. Starts hitting. Oh, the down drive takes him down.
My
That's what you're looking for. Falco.
Very nice.
That is a much better kind of comeback that you're looking for. Bowser was very efficient that first round. Falco knew what he was doing that second time around. Very fast round, too. They were both playing very efficiently, landing so much damage so quickly. Much different than the first time around, where Bowser seemed to just have a pretty good idea. Obviously, we missed like half of it, but we still got a general idea. Saw Bowser really high on that damage meter, still at 3 stocks. Falco down at 1. You got the whole idea. But that time around, they were very efficient with it. Now, seems you were. I definitely got to say, you were definitely right about it. Best 2 out of 3 this time around. Either one, both have 3 stocks. They've just got to see both of them have to play very efficiently.
I'll be honest, it seems like Falco learned from that first match. He's like, no, I'm not going to let that happen again.
Yeah, but Bowser's doing a lot of good shields here. Maybe that's him learning from Falco.
Fire breath. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, 75% on Falco. 90 now. Whew.
Ooh, almost hits him with the charge. Falco learned his lesson from last time, but that grab hits him to 112%. Bowser's only at 21. Oh, and then the side heavy takes him down. 3-2 right now. This is a rough position to be in for this Falco. He's already taking a lot of damage too. This Bowser, he decided he's playing no nonsense this time around. Man, that damage is getting brought up so quickly. Falco finally able to get a good combo.
Combo, yep.
That's what you're looking for. Managed to just get, oh, look at that. Up to 85%. This is going well.
Bowser trying to get in range of Falco so he can actually hit him, but Falco not really.
Oh, but that slam. Every single time that slam. Oh, he dodges it. That would have taken him down again. I guarantee it, man. Oh, that's some good combos right there. He knows how to use that laser gun so efficiently. Good ground slam. Tries to hit him into an air combo, but Bowser is able to dodge out of the way just barely. Another good dodge onto Falco, trying to hit him with that up tilt. Isn't quite enough, but he takes him down to his second stock. Evening things out once again, though Falco is way behind in terms of health.
Falco gets hit by one big side heavy. It could be all over the big grab.
I think he'll survive, yeah. Only about 20%, he'll survive. But once you get to 100, that's how you know it's pretty much Joe.
Oh,
I almost just said Jover on live TV.
What do you mean?
I'm on the internet. I'm on the internet too much, guys. I'm so sorry.
Jover for Falco.
It might be Jover for him soon, especially if Bowser's able to land some more good hits. But Falco
could lock in like the last game.
Ooh, yeah.
Go from like 80% to getting Bowser down 2 whole stocks.
But another good grab. He's able to cancel that fire. That's good to avoid a little more damage. But Bowser's very, very aggressive on these edge guards, just constantly keeping that damage out. Another good slam. Bowser's in a really, really good position right now, especially with the extra slam. Oh, Falco's in such a hard spot to be in right now. And, wasn't able to recover. I don't know if it was the fire, if he just didn't have that up special. Bowser has won that one, and yep, there we go. We're finally seeing that switch out happen. You are correct. The 2 out of 3. Bowser wins that first game. Great job from both players, especially in that second round from Falco. I was really rooting for him at that point. He was doing so well. But Bowser learned from Falco after Falco learned from Bowser. Unfortunately, it was not a 4th round to learn from, so Falco got taken down, and the first round goes to Bowser. I'm curious to see how the rest of this is going to be going.
Yeah, honestly, I wish we had the information for how this is laid out. Is it elimination, double elimination, round robin? I don't know.
It's Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash
Bros.
Bros.
I'm telling you, we're
2v3s.
playing Super Smash Bros. 2v3s.
Or two out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Yeah, we're not doing 2v3s.
Not 2v3s.
I don't know why. That'd be unfair. We wouldn't like that.
A little unfair.
It's okay. Well, I think actually, technically, what we were just doing with Broncos versus Bankers was technically 3v4. Because ICC was still down to last player, so they just had someone play twice instead. Kind of played that way. And you can make it fair, but with something like this, when it's a 1v1, why would you have a 2v3 if it's 1v1, you know? It doesn't make sense. Either way, people are getting set up with, now when we're in a situation like this, it's going to take a little moment for people to switch out their controllers, make sure they have the right, got to get the right controller, right controls, all that kind of stuff. But right now, we are going on yet another break. Probably some technical difficulties. Doesn't matter. We'll be back here shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance. It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything. Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it.
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app. I know this car got you through college, but check this out. In my credit, your credit score looks good. And there's a great rate on this auto loan so we can score a roomier ride. Whoa, who's driving this thing? The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. We are still in the middle of Tater Tots right now. The first round went down. Bowser up against Falco. Yeah, excuse me. Bowser taking the win, 2-1. So pretty good win right there. It got pretty close there at the end, but Bowser was able to take that final win. Now we're getting up here into the next round. Be starting here soon. Imagine with the break, it allowed people to get more prepared, managed to figure out what controllers they want, and be able to get right exactly where they want to be. I'm your host, AJ Pepley, and I'm joined by Lucas Hall, and we are back at it again for this tourney. Open bracket. Very excited to see what goes next. I'm going to be really excited, especially during this final round that'll be coming up here soon. I say soon? That's probably not true, but it'll come up eventually. That's what I meant by that.
It'll be here eventually.
It'll be here. It'll be here.
Okay, who do we want to see?
Honestly, I just want to see more heavyweight. I know that's like, we've already seen a couple, but I want to see more. I love heavyweight. That's just how it is. I love seeing Ganondorf, mainly just because of that one instance I told you about of the guy who smoked everybody else. Maybe like a Ridley or something like that. Ridley would be cool. Yeah, just like the grabby characters. Or Incineroar even. Something like that. That would be exciting.
Oh, we get to see the
we got
bracket here.
Right here.
Okay, so it looks like the top bracket, so that's the winner's bracket, is ongoing. For two of the matches, they will decide their who's going into top 8.
We will be seeing a Inkling versus a Bowser by the looks of it, because if we look at that previous round, that's what would end up happening. Bowser was able to take that first win. We got to see what ends up happening next here as we get things prepared. We've got our 2 players lining up. We've got another Little Mac, and which character is this? How much do you know about this?
It's Corrin.
Corrin.
It's a Fire Emblem character. He is
I also do not know that much about Fire Emblem. But here we are.
Emblem.
I also just don't see people play Corrin, like, ever.
No, that's fair. Yeah, no. Most of the time, if you see a Fire Emblem character, it's Marth or Ike.
Yeah.
Or Violet.
That's basically how it goes.
But yeah, no, Corrin turns into a dragon.
I did see that for a second. I completely honestly thought that was Ridley for a second. I'm like, why is he here? He was not here. But I'm like, wait, no, that's just Corrin.
Nope, Corrin just turns into a dragon.
Yep.
He's kind of funny.
Hey, I think dragons are cool. That's
Yeah.
why I want to see Ridley. Getting things going here right now. Both players are very fast and pretty hard hitting too.
Oof.
About the same percentage right now, but that KO from Little Mac is at the ready. Ooh, but he's able to knock him straight out of it, bringing up to 95%. It's exactly what you're looking for in a good situation like this.
Corrin is looking to not give Little Mac any time to breathe, hit him on those frames where he cannot recover, and he's doing a great job of it.
Yeah, we're seeing Little Mac's hurting for health right now. He did manage to launch Corrin off the edge. But even still, like one good hit, like that down heavy that I keep seeing Corrin bring out could spell doom for him, but oh man, that was a heavy hit there from Little Mac. Both of them hit very hard, and they're both very fast. Oh, but there we go. First takedown goes to Little Mac. Or, first takedown was on Little Mac, I suppose is a better way to put that. From Corrin. You get the point. Ooh, a little bit of lag, and in the midst of that, we saw Corrin get taken down. Currently 2-2 right now. Corrin is at a slight lead, just like about 20% in the lead.
Corrin's was trying to play that edge, didn't work out so hot. Ooh, big combo from Little Mac.
Both
6%.
If Little Mac's able to combo you, that's just a rough point to be in right there. You got to make sure you're staying out of it as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, for sure.
You see that momentum is almost fully built up on the Little Mac there. So close to that KO. The moment he gets that out, that could spell Corrin's doom. Oh, but if Corrin hits him again, he could take him out of it. Oh, but he hits him with it. You bring him up to...
It's the first time we got to see a KO tonight, and it didn't quite take out Corrin. He was a little too healthy.
That's okay, though, because they're both pretty even. Right as I say that, I was about to like, oh, no, they're not even. And now they're even again. You know, you get the point. They're hitting each other a lot, both of them. Corrin gets taken down to that final stock. Things are looking awfully risky right now, but if he plays this carefully enough and is able to take down Little Mac's second stock, he'd be in a good spot right as I said that. 1-1, 0% to 0%.
Plays that stock pretty flawlessly. Ooh.
Got to make sure you're playing this as carefully as you possibly can. You cannot let anything go wrong. Currently just landing those hits as much as they possibly can. Corrin is struggling a little bit there. Little Mac landing a few good punches onto Corrin, bring up to 49% right now, while Little Mac is just a little bit lower. Ooh, and he keeps going. Those are some hard punches right now. Corrin needs to find a good place to hit Little Mac without him dashing at light speed towards him. And right as I say that, he's able to land some heavy juggling hits right there. Oh, he brings up the KO. Oh, but the side hit takes him down. Woo. That was a good hit right there, taking him down. First win goes to Corrin. Good place to be in right now, just a slight lead, showing off that dragon form.
For sure. And we get to see the winners quarterfinal is almost done, being decided. Diego and Melfor are the last ones. Oh, and Jamie's and Balthazar.
Yeah, they're still going at it right
working
now.
on it. It looks like we might see a Steve.
That would be interesting. I actually haven't seen a Steve, at least while I've been here. But when I see Steves, I get scared because Steves are either horrible or horrible to play because you're really bad at him, or horrible to play against because he's extremely good. And if you're going to be in a competitive sense, you're probably going to be closer to the good. So I'd be a little scared to see what happens to whoever they're going up against. So who knows how that's going to go down. But for now, we've got ourselves a Donkey Kong. Were you allowed to switch characters and I just didn't know this?
I suppose so, because he definitely just swapped from Little Mac to Donkey Kong.
Well, I suppose, yes, from a little
we
standpoint.
get to see your heavyweight.
Yeah, I do love seeing heavyweights. Donkey Kong's always just fun to watch. He kicks you and he punches you real hard. I mean, that's basically what every heavyweight does. But, you know, Donkey Kong has some joy around him. Some silliness, if you will. I know you love the silliness.
For sure. We do like the silliness. But Corrin is kind of working this Donkey Kong really well. He's not giving him much time to breathe, much time to do much of anything. He's just kind of, he just kind of combos. Donkey Kong up to 108%, Corrin at 35.
Corrin
Ooh.
is really landing his shots so efficiently. Oh, finally Donkey Kong is able to land a good hit, but right afterwards, Corrin goes with the counter. Tries to recover. Ooh, a good hit as he's on his way up, but oh man. Every single time, Corrin is punishing these attacks.
Big spin from Donkey Kong.
Ooh, off the edge is dangerous.
Even though Corrin...
Oh, the parry.
Parry.
Oh, this is scary to watch right now.
Even though Corrin is working this Donkey Kong really hard, it might not matter because Donkey Kong is
Oh,
a
the backwards
heavyweight.
throw. Oh, that was close.
The charge.
He isn't able to land the charge.
Big attack.
Oh, but these parries, Corrin has been parrying like it's nobody's tomorrow. I think I mixed two separate phrases right there, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Man, 179 right now. Donkey
Corrin
Kong
needs-
refuses to go down.
The combo, come on.
Donkey.
There
Oh,
it is.
there we
There's
go.
the
That
big
up tilt
hit.
takes him down.
But yeah,
Ooh,
I was going to
right.
say Donkey Kong will probably instantly trade this out.
Ooh, maybe. We'll see how this ends up going. He's able to get a good side attack, but it isn't quite enough to take down Corrin. The spin.
He walks into the spin.
Oh, that's always the worst when you accidentally walk directly into an attack. Man, he's landing these hits like crazy, but he hasn't been able to land a good heavy onto Corrin just yet. Just these lighter attacks aren't quite enough to take him down.
Corrin
Oh,
at
the roll.
And 62%.
Oh, there we go. Bouncing him off the bottom. That's what you want to see. I have said that a lot tonight, but I think it's because I want to see all of this. So many effective plays, and so many good attacks. Wow, Donkey Kong going down very, very fast.
Give him an opportunity to recover. It's 2 stocks from Corrin to 1 on DK. This is, I don't know, man. DK's still got lots of stock to play, lots of percentage to play with.
Yeah, but at the same time, Moth Cake just needs to take him down one more stock, and then he's going to win this 2 out of 3. So we got to see how this ends up playing out. He's doing a pretty good job at landing these attacks. Man, that combo is brutal,
Oh
juggling
my
him
gosh.
in the air like a volleyball.
The directional dodges aren't
Man.
working out for DK. Corrin's
Not quite.
rocking him right into him. Oh,
Ooh, the spin. That spin has been getting him a lot of good positions, trying to hit him off the stage again. Oh, but he bounced him off the side of the stage.
Okay.
He's got the recovery still. He's trying to get back up on, but Corrin, he punishes him right as he tries to take back neutral.
Playing this ledge. Okay, maybe
Ooh.
we're back to the center. Okay, we are back to the center.
Yeah, back to the center, but it might not last for long. Either one of them is going to get taken down here soon. Hard to say who, but at this rate, it might be Donkey Kong. Ooh, he just barely is able to avoid that hit, but gets immediately rolls directly into another grab from the Corrin, up to 148% right now. If he gets hit by one more heavy attack, it's going to be overflowed, but he doesn't have the recovery. That is brutal. Corrin takes the second match, winning that bracket for himself. Great job to Moth Cake.
GG's to both players.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
was fun to watch. I mean,
And we learned that you can switch players.
Yeah.
I switch characters. I didn't know that until now. So we appreciate the
info.
Exactly. We clearly don't really know what we're talking about sometimes, so we appreciate it. But it is nice being able to have a good overview of the bracket that we've seen so far. Trying to figure out what's going on, who's going up against who. And that was just from losers round 1
Yeah, I
for
think
those
that
of you
was
who missed that.
losers.
So
Yeah.
I've got it pulled up right now. So I can always refer back to it if I need to. So currently, Moth Cake will continue to go on into losers round 2. It seems maybe going up against a player by the name of Carne. Can't say just quite yet who it's gonna exactly how that's gonna turn out, because we might not even end up seeing the same characters. Now that we've learned you can switch, there can be all kinds of new stuff. I don't even know what to expect anymore. But I
Yeah.
do know I've been seeing a lot of heavy characters, and that's what I'm wanting.
yeah, I mean, I said we'd see a Steve in the top 8.
Yeah.
That could be entirely incorrect. They could have just swapped.
Yeah, OPZ up against Gokis would be coming up here soon in the winners round 2 bracket. So I imagine we won't be seeing that quite yet because it's a little further down on the
Yeah, for
bracket.
sure.
But eventually we might be seeing that Steve. But yeah, and you can't even play off of what the other person had picked in the previous round.
No.
Because if you can play somebody else, like whoever Gokis ends up playing might be different from who they played the first time. The Steve might end up playing somebody different to counter that initial pick, but then it's somebody else. And that situation might be really bad for them because maybe, oh no, now they're in a tough spot for who they picked to counter that new character. So at this point, it's just hoping that you're going to pick a good character or just picking a comfort pick and hoping that's what you need and that'll get you to the end. So we'll see how that ends up playing out.
It's kind of hard to plan around if you're if you're looking at, oh, my opponent's playing Ike. Oh wait, but now I'm playing against them and they're playing, I don't know.
Insert Ike counter here,
Yeah.
but also happens to be countered by new player
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You get the point. Either way, I'm really excited to see how this ends up going. More people have to switch out once again. There's a lot of different players going on for this, so it takes a little bit longer each time. But right as I say that, we're getting right back in this.
Falco versus DK. Interesting. A bit of a mix-up between our first round and our second round. So
I believe we are back to the losers bracket.
yeah, I believe
correct.
so. I believe this Falco is actually the Falco from the first round.
Oh,
so
of course, yeah, it's Coyote. I don't recognize this DK though.
no, I think this DK is probably
Yeah.
from the rest of the tournament.
I believe so, yeah, because we obviously haven't seen all of it. But what we have seen so far is both of them are dishing out a lot of damage to each other. This is going pretty well for both sides, at least in terms of balance. Yeah, they're both. I was about to say they're both at 76, but Falco kept the pressure high.
Oh, that spin though
Oh man.
brings them back up to even.
Yeah, they're trading these damage numbers like it's like no nonsense around here for either side.
Ooh, the grab, the throw, 111% on Falco.
Toss
Big
him
punch,
like a
maybe.
baseball.
Oh, nope,
Good
and into a
combo.
Flurry of blows. Another flurry of blows.
They have been trading damage so quickly, both sides. But DK gets tossed right off the stage. Now he's down to only 2 stocks versus the 3.
The grab, the throw. Doesn't get Falco quite yet. 132%. One hit from DK, and it could be all over.
Doing his absolute best to try and keep his. Well, you don't want to keep your distance as DK, but he's trying to. They're currently seeing the Falco try to keep the distance every once in a while, but then he just goes in for these combos. Like, I don't normally imagine a character with range attacks to be so heavily focused on the melee, but it works out pretty well. Though, of course, right as I say that, he loses a stock. Unfortunate situation, but hey, you got to take what you can get.
Yeah,
Still in the lead in terms of health.
still, he traded 1 stock for a stock and
Exactly.
90%.
That's
So-
a heavy lead that he's at right now, and he's still landing these hits. I'm definitely noticing.
He does the same thing as the first stock.
Man,
Oof.
he loves just slamming DK right off the side of the map, but it's working out pretty well. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. You got to keep this. If you got a good pattern that's working in your favor, you got to keep it going. Because at the point, it's not really spamming, because you're still keep making things interesting. But
It's not spamming.
it's not spamming if it's a combo.
It's strategy.
Exactly. Yeah, Falco taking a little bit of damage right now, but he's being very efficient with these shields.
Good block from that up attack. Hey.
Ooh, but
the
he gets hit
throw?
with the. Is he gonna take him down? Oh, I thought he was just gonna jump off for some reason.
Honestly,
I mean, that'd be a very strange thing to do, but what he did was not what I was expecting. But it worked out really well.
Got a stock for him.
He took down the stock, kept his. Now they're both 1-to-1. DK's pretty far ahead in terms of that damage meter, but that doesn't mean it's all over for him, especially because he's heavy and he's landing these hits like crazy. Bringing up to about half of his health right now.
Might not matter. DK's at 100%.
Scary.
If Falco can play this.
Oh, but he's
carefully.
dodging those
Oh.
projectiles. Now bring up to 82%. He is really trying to match up that health.
Oh,
The invincible friend saves him from that
the
clap.
throw.
He goes in for the throw. Ooh, it almost gets thrown off the edge of the map. He's now currently higher up on the damage meter than DK. DK's playing this so fast. He's dealing so much damage. The spin takes him down. There it goes.
Oh
Coyote
my
taken down
gosh.
again. That was brutal right there. I honestly thought it was going to Falco.
Yeah, so
I really
did I.
did. But man, he was so quick about that final stock. He was no nonsense, just dishing out that damage so quickly. Takes that final hit from that final stock from Falco. Whenever you see these heavyweight players dishing out so much damage so fast, you just know the enemy's cooked at that point. Like,
Yeah.
not that I lost all faith in Falco. I'm not saying that. But Donkey Kong was hitting these hits back to back to back to back to back over and over again.
getting the hits, dodging the projectiles. And I was like, as soon as I saw DK dodge a bunch of projectiles, I was like, oh, okay.
He's playing crazy now.
Cracked.
He's
locked in.
cracked. Ooh, but now we're starting things off. Falco hit a good combo there, bringing it up to 40%. Ooh, and he's dishing out even more damage. This is a good place for the Falco to be in. As long as he avoids those grabs and those heavy hits, he'll be okay.
Big combo.
That Falco has a very efficient combo with the air, which doesn't surprise me because he's a Falcon, so he's supposed to hang out in the air. But you get my point. He succeeds in the air, and he's definitely been proving that. Already bringing Donkey Kong up to 111. This might give him a chance to make that comeback and go 1-to-1.
I was going to say, is he going to do the dive? Oh,
He punishes him off the edge guard. Oh, is he going to be able to get back up? He manages to get back on neutral, just barely. So immediately after gets launched back off.
DK at 173%.
Oh, so high up.
I'm honestly surprised he's still alive. I'm honestly surprised he gets still up.
Honestly, at that point, I would just try and go for the grab and just take him down with me because I know I'm going to lose my stock, so I may as well make sure to take him.
Yeah.
It's not a very efficient way to play about it, But it'd be silly, you know? We love silly in these parts. Ooh, good spin right there. Good spin. Getting back on the neutral platform, throwing him up in the sky.
I almost thought he was going to take your suggestion.
I know, me too. He's been so close to getting knocked off the edge. That yellow circle flashing, making me think that Falco's going down. There he goes. Falco gets taken down while Donkey Kong's high up. 198, now up to 200%. This is a scary place to be in.
Okay.
Ooh, he's trying to avoid getting knocked in directly into Falco's movement.
How is DK not out yet? 227%.
He's just built different.
He's just built.
He's a giant monkey. That's just how they play. You don't mess with the monkeys. Yeah, he is at a 230%, still going strong. Falco, ooh, up tilt though. There he goes.
Finally. DK out.
Launched into the background, directly into that poor villager's home. Does Falco have to pay for damages at that point? We never know. Maybe the villager of this island, maybe the mayor will be like, you know what? I'll handle it. Don't worry.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and he's probably making a lot of money off the spectators of this match, so.
Tom Nook is getting rich right now.
Oh, doesn't he always though? Ooh, that was a good down pass. Oh, didn't take him down. That was a heavy anti-recovery. Man, Falco tried to make his way back up, but he just slammed it right back down into the bottom pit, but immediately follows up 0-0, 1-1. I've seen this before.
Full reset.
This is exactly how it went last time, I believe, or in the previous round.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a lot of ground both teams have to make, because no one is really high up on that damage meter, but they only have one stock left. A lot of pressure from both sides to just avoid any sort of hits. Play it carefully, you know,
Honestly,
that sort of thing.
I don't even want to talk about the percent for Donkey Kong, because like, does it matter until you get like 200?
At this point, not really, not really. And he's dodging his lasers again. This is what we saw last time. Ooh, he gets hit by another one, nearly knocks him off the edge. He tries to play into that ledge guarding. Nearly gets taken off the edge at 94%. You might be proven wrong here in a second. Ooh, but that was like 30% on that spin. Hits him with that up tilt, brings him up, nearly matches it.
Throw?
Ooh, he's getting up to 104%. Donkey Kong is in the lead. Oh, but Falco hits him with the side attack, taking him down. Matching it out again. That was a crazy comeback right there.
That was dangerous.
Wow.
That was certainly a choice from DK to play off the ledge at such a high
Certainly
percentage.
a choice. That's one way to put it.
No pain, no gain, no risk,
Hey,
no
it's
reward.
not the end.
So
not the end. It's 1-1, I believe.
1-1,
yeah.
yep.
So now it's just 3 stocks each, 1 round. You got to win this one if you want to keep going. Still in the losers bracket, first round, but they still got ground to make. As long as they're able to keep going and take down those 3 stocks pretty quickly, that's going to be what they want. Especially because you don't want to get to that 0-minute mark, because you've only got 7 minutes, which, frankly, we've been getting done with these rounds before then pretty quickly. So I'm not, excuse me, hiccups. I'm not particularly worried.
yeah, for sure. Opening strong, 71%
Wow.
on the Falco, 50 on the DK.
Both of them dealing a lot of damage right now. Ooh, parry. That was a good block there. That's exactly what he needed.
Well, the spin, going through the spin for Falco, which is good. 80% on DK. The spin.
The spin. It's all about the
It's
spin.
all about the spin. Spin to win.
Didn't Anakin Skywalker say something about spinning once?
I'll do a spin. That's a good trick.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
what he said. And then he blew up a droid control ship.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Anyways, there are no Star Wars characters in this, so I don't know why I'm referencing it right now.
Star Wars is Disney, and Kingdom Hearts is Disney.
You know?
Kingdom Hearts map.
Good
There
point.
You go.
Good point. You know, you got me there. Though, something to notice right now is this Falco is very, very high on that damage meter. One good punch, maybe that spin will be exactly what he needs to take down Falco.
But he's playing that percentage isn't really. He's playing aggressive in the Donkey Kong's face.
Oh, but the
that might be a
slam.
mistake.
Oh, man. Almost taking him down with the throw, but it wasn't quite it.
Not
Punishing
able to-
that, Donkey Kong tried to take him down, punished him right afterwards, but Donkey Kong decided to immediately follow up. Able to take down that first stock from Falco, matching things out 2-2 once again, but Donkey Kong's pretty far behind.
Donkey Kong wasn't quite able to.
Ooh, that was what? That was like 2 hits taking down the Falco. You do not mess with a Donkey Kong when he plays efficiently. Man, I thought he was falling behind, but he hit him like twice and immediately took him down.
I don't even know how he hit that charged punch and how it did that much damage. What the heck?
I don't even know. It's probably just the stars aligned for him in that exact moment. And now he's dishing out that damage so quickly right now, bringing up to 51% already. Donkey Kong's at double that 102%. So Falco just needs to get a good combo to take him down, but this is such a scary place to be in. Oh,
Falco's
but the
not able to
recovery
recover.
wasn't quite enough.
Oh.
Donkey Kong wins the 3rd game with a crazy comeback.
Well played.
Shout out to that Falco, though. Such good gameplay. I just was not expecting that charge to be like 100% damage.
I would not be. I mean, if I was the Falco, I wouldn't even be like.
I won't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
I would be like, oh,
That, like,
okay.
good job, bro. You managed to
holy
take
crap,
me
what the
down.
heck? What just happened?
Hey, it's all about having that good sportsmanship. You got to watch, like, man, I didn't win, and I'm sad about that. But on the other hand, that Donkey Kong absolutely cranked me, and I can't be mad about that because
No.
I walked right into that charge fist. I would have done the same thing. So shout out to both of them. But now we'll be seeing where we go next. We might still be in the losers bracket. I'm not 100% sure. But at least we have a nice view of what the brackets are looking like now. Because now we're seeing Goki's going up against Kai, who was actually the Donkey Kong in that last play. So we might be seeing the Donkey Kong again. I'm not quite sure. Here's a good lineup we got here. Can't really see the losers bracket right now, but we can see the winners.
Okay, so top 8 is decided.
Yeah, top 8 is decided.
They are ready.
We got 2 games going on right now in the losers bracket right now. Both being decided. One at the very bottom, the one with Moth, who we are seeing as the whoever it was, already blanking. The Korin. Their game is just about done, 1-1. While the next game happening right now, Goki's versus Kai, is getting started right now. I can hear little Nintendo Switch noises in the background. They are getting some final technical things dialed in. You want to make sure it's even. You got to make sure each player has exactly what they need. So that way it's a testament of skill, not of one player having the controls they want over the other, you know?
Making sure they got their controls set up,
Exactly.
characters set up, the color schemes.
Oh,
set
the
up.
color schemes. You can't forget the color
can't
scheme.
forget the color
We love the
scheme.
colors. You got to take the coolest one or the silliest looking one.
Yeah.
Or like Little Mac's pink hoodie, you got to take it.
The pink hoodie.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't remember exactly the word, but the one we saw from the last Little Mac, that one was kind of nice to look at. It has the word wire in it. There's a word for it. I don't know. I don't feel like thinking about words right now. I mean, I know my job is to say words right now, but you get the point. Oh, we're looking at the winners semifinals right now. Maybe we're looking at a different one.
Oh, it looks like we might be on the winner semifinal.
It seems so.
OPZ versus J-Muse. Oh,
Well, we'll be seeing here in a second who we're actually going up against. We hear the game started in the background. Don't quite see it just yet. Here we go. We got the Steve you were talking about just now.
yep.
Jay Muse up against OPZ, actually.
Luigi versus Steve.
Yeah.
Honestly, Luigi's very strong. So is Steve.
They are.
But
I feel like Luigi's a player. If both of these players are like, once you get good at them, they're very strong.
oh, a good parry.
Very good parry. Starting things off strong. Steve getting the materials. Ooh, gets him stuck in the minecart.
The magma block.
Not quite enough, though. This Luigi knows how to play him. Ooh, that damage is
combo.
heavy. Launching Steve right into the sky, but he's able to save himself with a good back into a minecart. Crafts himself some stuff, launching him right into that dirt block.
Steve hasn't really had an opportunity to get to mine,
No,
which is
no.
good.
That's what you got to hope for. You got to keep the pressure high when fighting a Steve, because if they get any chance to dish out any sort of mining, that's when he starts to do well. Using the fire to set off the TNT. I suppose it makes sense at that point. Ooh, hiding behind the wall, getting a chance to dot and giving a chance to try and mine.
Steve is looking for that diamond. There
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Ooh, Luigi's hurting for health right now. Both of them are, frankly. Tries to hit him with the TNT, almost blows himself up with it, frankly.
Steve just has to put his crafting table down.
Ooh, what a hit! He takes down Steve.
Oh my
Fantastic
gosh.
work. Luigi's hurting for health with that combo, launching him off of one of his own blocks. That's exactly what he needed. Trying to craft with that diamond, but he's not able to find a good point to do so.
Giving him an opportunity. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There's
but
his
there he gets
opportunity.
it. Now he gets that diamond pick. That's exactly what you don't want to see. Luigi tried his absolute best to keep the pressure high, but it wasn't enough. In the minecart, straight through that wall, taking him down.
Has an extra diamond just for when his tools break. When there's the minecart.
Ooh, kicks him right out of it, though.
Oh my
This
gosh.
Luigi clearly knows what he's doing up against
Luigi
Steve.
lost his stock, but then he almost went flawless for
I know.
76%.
He's
Now
kind
got
of,
65.
they're kind of locked in, the both of
Yeah,
them, I gotta
both of
say.
them.
There's a lot happening on screen, and it's kind of hard to tell what's happening specifically. But you know what? All that really needs to happen is Steve
the
needs to go
stock,
down,
there it is.
and there he goes. Good stuff. Luigi in the lead right now, even with Diamond Steve. He's still doing so well.
Steve trying to make his diamond stuff. Oh,
Ooh, he made and the
an
anvil. Man, but Luigi's still alive. He's still kicking. Speaking of kicking, he's kicking right through the stone.
Taking that stone.
Ooh, the crafting table's just about gone. But, ooh, and a good hit with the suction cup right there. Oh, there he goes, 1-1 right now. Steve goes back to mining again in the short downtime. He has Luigi looking for a chance to take him down. That stone block just barely saving him from the minecart. Oh, man, he's actually doing a pretty good job at dodging those. Steve has other things up his sleeve he's able to hit with, but man, usually you see those minecarts getting those final takedowns, but Luigi knows what he's doing up against those.
Pretty even on
80 to
percentage.
80.
Yeah, 86 now to 81.
Oh, with the lava bucket. Is it taking him
not out.
Oh, the directional input just barely saving him as Luigi able to survive. Dodges that anvil, but no, so close.
Cover.
Barely, man. First round going to Steve from Minecraft. We love Steve Minecraft. Man, but that was both sides are very, very good. I loved watching. That was probably my favorite round I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because they were both playing very efficiently, very effectively, landing those hits, dodging them, playing their characters exactly how you need to. Like, you know that you're going to have a good match when both players know exactly how to play their character, but more than that, know exactly how to go up against the enemy character. And both of them are doing that very well.
All right, starting up again.
Ooh, starting off strong. Ooh, man, right as I say that, though, wow, that is a brutal combo, 60% already, and gave him a chance to craft stone. Man, that was a really, really rough start. Honestly, on both sides, they're both at about 60, 70%. Steve tries to go in for the hit, but Luigi dashes right into him. Is he going to be able to cover? Ooh, just barely dodging the anvil to be able to get back into the center, but man, that takes him down so fast. Only the first 30 seconds, and a stock is already down from the Luigi. Ooh, gets hit with a double from the minecart. Steve is mining again, parries the plunger. Now what you want to see, man, so this Steve is playing a lot more aggressively this time around, taking those hits rather than going for the mining. Doing his best to hit Luigi. Yeah, man.
There's the combo.
That combo off the dirt blocks, barely dodging that minecart. That's a good thing. Ooh, blocking the anvil.
Nice.
He just needs to get a hit or two onto the Steve and take him down. Punches him right out of the minecart.
That's crazy.
Ooh, and he hits him right off the ledge. That was efficient. Taking him down. Ooh, almost crafted the diamond.
Make the diamond stuff. That
was close. I think he just knew what the better thing was in the moment. Man, look at that 90s combo. What was that? 100% taking down the stun.
Was that
0 to 100 in like 3 seconds. What was that? I am at a loss for words right now. Steve knows he needs to go mining right now if he wants a chance to beat him. Oh, he just needs to take this other stock. Ooh, dodges the magma block. That was a good move right there. Oh, but man, already up at 53%. This minecart almost taking him down. Directional input keeps him alive for just a second longer. Dodging the anvil. Oh, but the piston. Oh, you haven't seen the piston yet.
The minecart almost grabbed
the anvil. All right, Luigi, all you got to do is just take him down one more and you can go 1-1. But Steve's already playing scary. He's got the diamond tools. Man, look at that combo up to 77%. Both of these players have these brutal combos where you can go 0 to stock or close to that. Oh, but the anvil takes him down. That was a round of just back-to-back-to-back efficient plays. Man, shout out to both of them. They were both playing so well. They knew those combos. They knew exactly what they're doing. I love to see it.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch.
Fantastic. Shout out to both of them.
Both players were crazy skilled. They both knew how to play their characters.
It is the winner's semifinal,
yeah,
so honestly, it doesn't really surprise me. But now OPZ is going to be going to the finals, which is awfully exciting, especially as a Steve. That's something. If you're going up in the finals up against a Steve, that's scary.
Oh.
Did I miscount? Did Luigi win the first time? I don't know, but we're back again. So more Steve and Luigi gameplay. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Best of 5.
Oh,
okay, sorry.
Okay, the winner semifinals are best of 5.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Perfect. Okay, so
gives us a bit of an extra knowledge.
Some effort buffer.
Yeah. So now Luigi still got a chance.
Yeah. He could turn this into a reverse sweep.
Though it could also be a 3-3 from Steve, so this could be a really scary place for him to be in. Reverse sweep would be crazy though.
I'm ready. I'm ready to watch it.
TNT trying to slide it. He blows up the wall with it. That was a good play. Using Steve's tools against him. That's what you want to see.
Steve trying to.
Oh, he is launching those plungers back and forth.
Steve kind of struggling to go mining for his.
Oh, what in the world was that? The bounce off the bottom of the wooden block. That was a crazy move. I mean, Steve is always the one to launch those kind of crazy combos, so honestly, it doesn't surprise me. But man, I did not see that coming. Oh, he's getting a lot of resources right now. That is not something you want to see when you're going up against him. Luigi just needs to get one good heavy attack onto Steve, but he's keeping the pressure high right now. Misses the plunger, hits him down into the ground, launching him up into the air. There we go. Good hit, takes him down 2-2. Oh, and he takes down the crafting table. Oh, but he gets the diamond. That is not what you want to see. Puts him in a pretty good spot. Oh, man, what is this combo? That was a 60%, and he keeps it going up to 70 right now. Both of these players are just full of these crazy combos. Ooh, he blocks that lava, blocks the lava bucket, dodges the minecart into a flurry of blows. He learned from Little Mac, it seems. Dodging the minecart, gets launched in the air. This gives him a chance to keep mining some more. Oh, the flint and steel deals a little bit of that burn.
I was about to say dead even, and then he hit the steel.
Oh, he hits him with that combo, throws him to the side. 2-1. Oh, man, but we see, I can't even say that Luigi's in the lead right now because I keep seeing one of them just go back and just get a full 2 stocks in a row. But this combo is crazy.
89?
Up to 90% right now. He dodges the anvil. Things are really close, but he hits him with that pickaxe or the sword. I don't know what it was. He hits him with something. Oh, he takes down that wooden wall, hits him with a solid combo to start things up to 50% right now. Good block, gets him out of it, hits that minecart, making sure he can't use it. Uses the fireball to block him. Oh, but the parry with that shield. This is so incredibly close right now. I feel like anyone gets a good combo and it's over.
He's at 111%, 120.
Luigi just needs to land one good hit and it's over.
One good combo, one good grab.
But the minecart hit him pretty heavily and the downward pickaxe takes him down. That's 3-3, full sweep from the Steve. There we go. I can actually now say OPZ has won that round. Man, that was scary.
Crazy.
That Steve was just, both of them. No, once again,
Steve,
both of them were just crazy efficient with their plays. They were both just, they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew how to play their characters. They knew exactly what the enemy character was. It was just so much back to back to back. And it was just nonstop, but I loved watching it. That was like my favorite game I've ever seen. But for now, we're going on to yet another break. So stay tuned. We're going to keep going here shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app. I know this car got you through college, but check this out. In my credit, your credit score looks good. And there's a great rate on this auto loan so we can score a roomier ride. Whoa, who's driving this thing? The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great. Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance. Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it. It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Hello and welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. We just got done with one of the winners semifinal matches. Currently our other semifinal is going on right now. They seem to be pretty far into this game, so here shortly we might be seeing the winners final. I don't know if it'll be with stream, just kind of depends on how things are going. We got like 15 different games playing at the same time. Either way, looking forward to seeing some more Super Smash Bros. Here shortly. I'm your host AJ Pepley. I'm joined by Lucas Hall. And Lucas, what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to as we progress closer to the end of this?
Well, if I use my eyes correctly, that was Dr. Schmungus on stage on that side.
Yeah, that one. I was trying to look at the screen to judge where I'm pointing, and clearly my hands and my eyes were not deciding to cooperate.
And he plays Palutena, so
Ooh, okay.
maybe we'll see some Palutena.
That would be exciting.
I like Palutena.
She's
Palutena's
pretty cool.
fun, so.
And hey, as long as she's like the only actual princess up on stage and I won't accidentally call somebody by the wrong thing again, you know. Either way, we got ourselves right at the start of this match right here.
That's Ike?
Final Fantasy character.
Fire Emblem. Final Fantasy versus Fire Emblem.
Exactly. Sephiroth versus insert other Fire Emblem character. I've never played Fire Emblem, so I'm not really much help here.
They all have swords.
They all have swords. Both of them have swords. We got sword guy up against sword guy. Either way, Sephiroth is not doing too hot right now.
Dash.
I've noticed a lot of Sephiroth love to do that off the edge.
It catches you. I mean. All right, so 100, almost 100%.
Almost 100%. That is rough.
Ike. And locking it in. That's Ike.
I don't believe it's Ike. I believe you're wrong. In fact, I am trying to figure that out right now. Roy? I think that's Roy. I think you're right. Yeah, so we got, Roy. We got Roy up against Sephiroth right now. We figured it out, guys. Don't worry. We figured it out. We know, I promise, we know what we're doing. But yeah, Roy is kind of hurting for health right now. He is.
It's a big fireball. It's pretty even. Oh, never mind.
Sephiroth with that hefty hit right there. Taking him down. Both of them are keeping the pressure pretty high, but Sephiroth especially is just, he's no nonsense, no business. We just playing.
Those attached fireballs are kind of crazy. They keep Roy on his toes.
Ooh, there we go. That was good.
Stock from Sephiroth.
Yeah, right now we're seeing Roy and Sephiroth at about similar levels in terms of stocks, especially if Roy keeps damaging Sephiroth like this, but he is immediately following up with a couple hits of his own. Ooh, there we go. That's a combo you want to see from Roy. There we go.
Nice.
Good stuff right there. Ooh, matching it out now. They're both basically the exact same. There's some effective blocks I'm seeing right now.
Good blocks, good dashes.
Ooh, but there we go. Grab to set things off for the Sephiroth, but another block. Followed up with like riposte there. That was cool. Sephiroth up to 103% right now. Roy is proving his worth. Fantastic block from that, and he follows up with a takedown. Another stock getting down from this Sephiroth. Good stuff. Roy's in a fantastic spot right now. Yeah, he's high on health, but he's got another stock, so he can play this however he wants at this point. Ooh, good combo to start things off. Just a couple hits. Hey, sometimes you just need anything. Ooh, the iframes just barely saved him from that fireball. Would have taken him straight off the edge of the map.
Roy is in a dangerous spot. That big fireball.
Oh, that's scary.
Okay.
Oh, but he avoids it. He got hit by Sephiroth, but he still avoided it.
137% on Roy. Sephiroth just has to hit him once.
Man, that recovery was insane.
Roy is not giving him an opportunity to breathe.
There it goes.
But okay. All right. This is doable.
This is manageable. He's making some solid progress. Sephiroth is off to a great start, but now Roy is putting in some work.
Okay. 31 on Roy, 82 on Sephiroth, 94 on Sephiroth. Oh,
There it goes.
Isn't able.
Sephiroth gets
to
taken
recover.
down. And there we go. First round over with, as far as I'm aware. First round going to the Roy. I honestly saw the Sephiroth, and I was pretty confident he was going to do, which he did. He did really well.
He did do a
But
good job.
Roy came out of left field. The moment he avoided that giant fireball, it just, like, all the pieces fell together perfectly. I honestly did not think he was recovering from a big fireball and then another even bigger fireball. But he did it, and then he just proceeded to beat up this man with an even bigger sword than him. And so, shout out to Roy for being cool and based.
Gonna go at it again with Sephiroth and Roy.
Yep.
Okay, the grab already.
Good stuff right here. Managing to dish out some good damage onto the Roy, but he's up to 46%, taking down the first stock already. That is a brutal combo.
That's a 12-second stock.
That is one of the fastest I've ever seen. Sephiroth decided not to mess around anymore. I think he heard me and he assumed that I called him bad, which honestly it did kind of sound like that, and I kind of felt bad, but it's okay. I promise I love you, Sephiroth. You're cool.
Oh, unfortunately, swinging the sword in the wrong direction.
Yeah, man. But man, Roy's putting up some pretty big damage right now, bringing up to 92%, 105. Ooh, just saved by the directional input though. Sephiroth's in a good spot. Is he able to recover? No,
Recover.
not quite.
Unfortunate.
2-2 though. Things are pretty even right now. 18-0. Now, basically even it out once again. Sephiroth just using the range to his advantage. Managing to get some really good hits onto Roy right now. Ooh, and the grab, the combo. Oh, and following up by that explosion, nearly taking down Roy. He's able to recover just barely in the block. He knew it was coming. He's reading the Sephiroth perfectly.
Oh, big combo from Roy, though.
Good stuff, good stuff. Ooh, but that side tilt dealt so much damage to Roy. He's hurting for health right now. Only a couple more heavies with tilts, and he's getting taken down. Oh, he tries to go to the recovery. Oh, like I said, falls down right there, down to his final stock. Oh, here we go. Sephiroth's playing very efficiently right now, doing exactly what he needs to do, using the range and making sure he can read Roy as well as possible. Look at that damage.
Oh, isn't able to
Not enough. 1-1 right now.
That was crazy. That was like a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's actually one of the fastest rounds in general I have seen. That was great from both sides.
Yeah.
It's clearly showing that both Roy and Sephiroth know exactly what they're doing. They're playing their characters very well. Roy knowing exactly how to read Sephiroth, but then when he slips up, Sephiroth knowing exactly how to use that range to his advantage because, well, you got a sword that Roy's got, but you got an even bigger sword that Sephiroth's got.
Like
and usually whoever's got the bigger sword wins. That's obviously not the case in every single situation, but... Ooh, switching up to Palutena like you were hoping for.
Yep. Unbelievable. He's got this. Palutena, the swap is what he needed.
Maybe that'll get him exactly what he needs to make this progress happen. And it's working pretty well for him right now.
Yeah,
hey, if you're going up against a guy who's basically got a ranged weapon with how big his sword is, you got to bring out some range of your own. Ooh, parry.
Very nice. Isn't able to do a whole lot with it, but does a little.
I'd rather avoid damage, frankly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be upset. Ooh, that combo. What is that combo? He's got no chance to get back to the main stage. At least be able to recover. He is, just for a second, tries to hit him with that orbital laser. Isn't quite enough. Ooh, that was a solid recovery from the Sephiroth, though. Man.
Grab. Very nice.
Oh, that kick. Straight off the edge. Good stuff. I can see why you like this Palutena gameplay so much.
Palutena is a fun character to watch.
Oh, absolutely. But this Sephiroth, man, I love big swords. I gotta be honest. In case you keep wondering why I keep bringing up the big swords, it's because I love big swords. Ooh, fireball goes out, but she blocks it with her projectiles of her own. That is a fantastic counter to it. Oh, she's juggling him right now. But hey, she's also hurting for health real bad right now. Could be worse, but 107 now is still not super good. Up tilt just barely blocks into the fireball. Tries to juggle him again. Oh, but he learned from his mistakes. That's always good. Ooh, good stuff right here. Trying to recover. Ooh, good, quick, light attack. Able to get him back up on stage. Palutena immediately launches him off again. Ooh, that dash is pretty effective, and now they're just jumping around. They're just going over the place. Another fireball. This Sephiroth is definitely learning about how this Palutena is playing. Getting a bit of a lag spike, and in the middle of that Palutena got taken down, but Sephiroth is even closer.
Unfortunately. Yeah,
Subtle foreshadowing.
Sephiroth, 108%, one bag attack.
Ooh, it's close. Oh, it's able to avoid those projectiles. That was a good idea, but she was ready for it. That edge guard was exactly what she needed. Gets right back in there and immediately starts dishing out damage to up to 60% already. Oh, but she starts clapping back with that juggle.
The combo.
It's not a spam if it's strategy. And that is pretty strategic, getting him really close to the edge of the map.
Slide, the up.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Palutena is low.
Oh, they're both getting launched. Oh, Sephiroth just needs one or two more good hits to take her down. Oh, there she goes, off into the background.
Sephiroth played that edge really well.
He did. Now it's 1-1. Sephiroth's pretty behind in terms of health, but hey, it's not over for him just yet. Bring up to 25% already. Oh, but there it is, the strategy. Trying his best. Yeah, it's just doing his best to get back up there. Oh, but the fireball, she had it ready. Oh, that time he was ready for it, though. Tries to block nothing. Able to get a good hit right back onto him. Oh, and there it goes, the side swipe. I thought he was surviving for just a second, but nope.
Not quite.
2-1 now. But hey, remember, we're in the semis now, so now we're up to best 3 out of 5. So this isn't the final chance for this Palutena to keep going. It isn't the final chance for... I'm starting over. Sephiroth still's got multiple chances left.
Yep.
He's still got to win a few more rounds, but if he is able to play pretty effectively, I saw him learning from this Palutena. And if he's able to use that to his advantage, that'll be exactly what he needs to make that comeback. Wouldn't be a full reverse sweep, but it'd still be a... He'd reverse the tides, if you will.
It's 2-1 right now, I believe.
Yes, 2-1.
Okay, and we'll
Back
see.
at it again.
Run it back.
Match point, though.
Versus Sephiroth. Ooh, the 3 fireballs.
Ooh, that's dangerous. Oh, this combo's deadly. Look at that 70%. Oh, she almost got taken down in the first 10 seconds. If she'd gotten taken down, I would have been at a loss for words.
Very
Oh, but that combo, she immediately follows up with it again. Look at that, getting a lot of good damage in, but immediately afterwards. This Sephiroth is doing his absolute best to keep this damage going. Finally able to bring up to 92%. Isn't quite able to get much off her, but right as I say that launches her off the stage, she's able to survive with the fully charged fireball is there. Oh, but she blocks it right as she gets back up, uses the invincibility frames to her advantage. And then immediately with the block, and now following up with a combo of her own. Able to bring things out pretty well. Currently, this Palutena is a little bit further behind, but she's still managing to prove her worth right now. Ooh, good grab into a combo.
Lag spike, but Sephiroth is at 95%. Palutena's 115.
It's close. It's close.
I'm honestly on the end of my seat. These are
honestly
one big hit. Oh,
ooh, it's real close. They nearly got launched off directional input, saving him. Ooh, she almost falls up with the fireball. Able to recover, just barely. Oh, not enough. Sephiroth takes down that first stock and now is in the lead. But right as I said, that combo able to survive with the directional input, but it's still extremely close.
Getting the fireballs. I totally get it. Don't want to even use any of your percentage.
Oh, man, but he's able to recover very effectively. He wants to get a little more damage off before he goes down up to 162%. Oh, I don't know what's happening right now, but he's still alive. Oh, and he hits her on the recover, but the lasers.
Come on, there it is.
There it goes. I saw that one. I'm like, yeah, it's over for him at that point. Things are pretty even right now. 2-2. Palutena is only slightly higher up on that damage meter, especially now that she's falling up with that combo. Look at that. That is just juggling. He doesn't get a chance to move, and the fireball. Now up to 68%. Oh, but he finally decides it's his time to try and dish out some damage. Good stuff right there. Avoids the lasers.
The parry.
Oh, he wasn't able to avoid. Oh, the parry from Palutena, though. Oh, and the orbital ray. Oh, now we're looking at this 120%. Sephiroth is hurting for health. If he's able to recover efficiently, he might be able to get what he needs, but no. Palutena follows up with another great takedown. Only has one stock left before she wins her semifinals. This is for all of the beans. Ooh, she sees the parry and follows up with those lasers. Things are pretty even in health right now, but the fireball hits him, able to avoid that orbital laser. getting juggled around once again. This Palutena knows exactly what she's doing right now. And man, avoids the fireball just barely, but man, he's got to use the invincibility to his advantage. Good block right there.
Ooh.
It's really close.
This is.
Oh, the parry.
The riposte. That's more of a riposte. The fireball.
Oh man, there's a lot happening right now, and it's awfully scary. It's just one good hit from either side might be it.
Fireball? Okay.
Ooh, Palutena is playing this extremely carefully right now because she wants to be able to get that last stock taken down. Ledge guarding like crazy.
Doesn't even want to have.
Oh, the juggle. He's still just barely holding on. Able to avoid the projectiles. The lag is making it hard for us to tell what's going on, but he keeps holding on for dear life. Ooh, the tilt, the backward tilt. Might take down might at least take down her last stock before she goes down.
Palutena has that extra stock, but she doesn't want to use it.
No, certainly not. I wouldn't either. Oh man, up to 144.
One more. Come on.
Either one needs to win.
Either one.
One heavy, one tilt, and that probably takes him down. There it goes. Palutena's down. He's just got to basically do this flawlessly if he wants to win this and go to match point. I mean, technically already in match point, but you get the point. Same point a lot. It's my favorite word. Man, he's dealing a lot of damage right now. Good blocks, up to 50%.
He's working it.
He's doing it. Is he going to be able to take down Palutena again and bring it 2-2? Oh, not quite enough. Great plays from Palutena, taking him down, ending things 3-1. Fantastic work from both sides. That was amazing.
GG's to both. And it appears that we may have a bit of a swap.
This is going to be my third person I'm working with. We love having new friends around here. But yeah, that was end of one of our losers semifinals brackets. If I am not mistaken, we are going to be seeing some of the finals here in just a second. They might even be going right now. One of our losers quarterfinals is going on, just started by the looks of it. Winners final hasn't quite started just yet. Losers other quarterfinal also hasn't started yet. But would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Kai.
Nice to meet you,
I've
Kai.
commentated here before, but it's been quite a while, and I'm excited to be back.
Well, welcome back. You really jumped into the meat now, haven't you? Look at how close we are to the end of Tater Tots number 20. We're just now getting the end of Losers Round 1. That one going for a long, long time by the looks of it.
Yeah.
No, that one just ended. That was the one we just saw. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Either way, we're into the winners final here shortly. Some of the losers quarterfinals. We're going to be getting into the exciting parts of this stream here soon. Not to say the rest wasn't exciting. I've still been having a great time, but it's awfully more exciting when you see getting closer to the end with some of the players who are getting more skillful, more knowledgeable, all that kind of thing. You love to see it, and it gets you awfully excited. What's going to happen here? What are the best of the best going to do against each other?
Exactly. There's only so much more left to do, and so everybody left is here to win, and everybody here is focused, and they're working hard.
Exactly.
And everybody here plays each other all the time, too, so we're going to see a great level of adaptation and understanding mentally and gameplay-wise.
I love that idea of adaptation. I love bringing it up in like so many different senses, but it's all about learning from your enemy. Like, you can know what your character does. You can know what the enemy character does. But the thing that matters the most is knowing what the enemy player does, because then you can use that to your advantage. Exactly. We are now seeing one of the losers quarterfinals.
Yes,
Goku's up against Diego HD.
It's Inkling versus Joker, two very fast characters. Get in, hit them, get out kind of deal here. So we could see some scrapping, but both of these characters also have the ability to control the pace of the game by sitting back and throwing some projectiles out.
Oh, absolutely.
And so right now Diego's going straight in, taking the aggressive role.
Well, we're going to be seeing Arsene here soon, especially now with that heavy kind of combo. You're going to be seeing that kind of ability get brought out sooner. Ooh, the parry. So efficient dealing at the damage right now.
That parry gives him stage control. He's got Diego at the ledge, but gets back, neutral reset.
They're both kind of scared to approach each other right now. Another great parry from the Joker here right now. Man, but even then, Inkling is still in the lead in terms of health. Ooh, good counter. To get around the Inkling's attack there and land some hits of his own. Arsene is now gone, though, and that puts him in a bit of a worse situation. Still put up a good fight when he's on his own, but Arsene certainly makes him a lot more dangerous.
Definitely. I mean, some Jokers are a lot more comfortable without Arsene, actually, because when Arsene pops up, it changes the confirms that you have, and so some people are just more comfortable with the confirms without Arsene. But Arsene gives you a lot more raw kill power.
Oh, absolutely.
And so
you got to kind of find the balance there. You got to find out what's going to deal more damage when you can be more combo heavy, but what's going to deal more damage you can just hit him once and hit him hard.
Exactly.
Speaking of hitting hard, Diego taking down the first stock. Joker losing now down 2-1, though Inkling is not far behind at 141%.
Should be dead at any moment here if Jokis can get the edge guard.
Oh, absolutely.
Good recovery from Diego, though. He gets himself back to stage.
Ooh, good blocks
That
there.
should be enough there. Oh.
They're both dodging around each other real quickly.
Yeah, that was great defensive play from Jokis there.
Tries to block the ink bomb, but isn't quite enough.
Diego with a little bit of a mix-up on that
Ooh,
recovery.
there we go. Finally taking down that first stock, down 2-2.
Catches the roll in with the back air, and now we're going to hopefully see some of these low percent Joker combos come out, because that's when both of these characters shine.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
low percent.
And here's the Arsene in just a second. Well, now we'll be seeing how comfortably he plays, but immediately gets hit into that combo from the Inkling. Man, he's struggling to even use his abilities right now. Finally managed to get her away and dodge that ink bomb, but even then, it's just so much. There we go. He's finally managed to land out that damage he's hoping for.
So yeah, just trying to use these aerials to bully Inkling away and just kind of swat him away whenever Inkling comes in, because throughout most of this game, Diego has taken the aggressive role and he's mostly running in. And Inkling's dash is really good. She's very small when she's dashing because she's like in the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
And so I'm not surprised that he's more comfortable taking on the aggressive role here.
Ooh, this is a dangerous place to be in. Both of them are about 100% right now, but Joker's just slightly behind. When at 122%. Oh, the parry of that projectile is so impressive.
And you get the edge guard, not quite.
Ooh.
Back to stage.
I thought Inkling was going to fall in that moment there. They're jumping around all over the place, keeping that pressure high on each other.
Jokis is scared right now, I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a panic air dodge right there.
Can't really blame him. Ooh, is it enough? Oh, the directional input, and now the Arsene's out. He's got to make sure he can get as much with this Arsene as possible before he gets taken down. He's at 169%. Oh, but it's not enough. Takes him down.
At the ledge is a very scary place to be.
Absolutely.
Playing with
Yeah.
these.
I've seen a lot of people today playing very efficiently on the ledge, and I love watching it.
Yeah.
Especially, this Inkling, though. Ooh, good grab into the toss behind, launching her off the stage. Is she going to be able to recover very well? She launches, she grabs onto it, but immediately gets thrown right off the edge, down 1-1.
Ledge trump back here. That was a great edge guard from Jokis, evening it out in game one. It's anybody's game so far.
Exactly. Still going to be at most 4 rounds after this, at least 2. See how this plays out, but for now, we've just got a very close match happening in this first round.
Back here, jab. He's going to be covered in the ink now.
But there's the Arsene. They both got a pretty hefty advantage in terms of their characters. Ooh, they're playing it very carefully. They want to make sure they don't get hit too hard while hitting hard themselves.
Exactly.
Ooh, good block from that ink bomb. Make sure you don't get hit by that too hard. But even then, this Inkling knows exactly what to do against that.
Exactly. Diego's slowing down now because he has the % lead. There's only 2 minutes left in the game.
Ooh.
If he makes Gokis come to him, he's putting Gokis in a situation that he's just not used to in this matchup yet like today.
Ooh, there it is. That combo leading him right off the map. First round going to Inkling. That was a very, very even match. Both characters. It was. You missed it. You weren't here at the time, or at least you weren't on stage, as I'll call it. But there was a matchup against Steve and a Luigi, which was it was an incredible watch, frankly, because it was a matter of the players knowing exactly how their characters work and exactly how the enemy character works, and then they were able to adapt to each other as well. And I feel like that was another pretty good example of that, because both of these players, they were moving very quickly. I even had a hard time keeping track of them at certain points.
Yeah.
But they're moving super quickly, just landing those hits where they could. But Inkling just had a slight advantage in terms of probably being able to control that ground, which is not something that Joker can combat quite as easily, especially because he's very heavily on the ground, doesn't have a ton in terms of those, the recoveries. His Arsene thrives when he's on the ground. So it's a bit of a tougher situation for him to be in, but it's not the end of the world. He still proved his worth.
Here we are going straight into game 2. 1 shot off the bat. But Diego quickly evens out the %, forcing Gokis off stage.
Evens out, not even close. Bringing him to 66% already. That is an incredibly fast buildup of that percentage. Manages to survive not getting 1 combo takedown, though, so that's a good place to be in.
Here we are back on stage. Neutral just reset.
Already with Arsene. Is he going to be able to land much, though? Ooh, finally gets a couple good hits onto the Inkling. Not a ton, but deals a bit of damage over time. Finally bringing up the damage on Inkling's damage meter to further up. Great parry into 106%. He's not playing around this time. Little bit of lag, but we get the idea that, man, this Joker is not joking this time.
No, he is locked in for this second game. He's
Absolutely.
taking a lead after that initial % deficit. Can he get an edge guard on
Maybe Inkling is just controlling this ground so heavily, though, making it so hard for Joker to get anywhere with this. Man, the dodges and the blocks are crazy on this time.
Yeah. See, not only is Inkling very hard to hit, but Diego is very hard to hit.
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
uses this movement to the best of his ability, and he's not often caught going in when he shouldn't. You know, he's not often overextending.
Oh, that was a great hit out of the air.
You know, you don't need to be overextending to be hit by that one.
Exactly. But yeah, definitely, if you're going to play Inkling like that, you definitely see him playing this as in I'm going to jump all over the place, but in a strategic manner, and that's so hard to counter. But hey, still making it work. That was a great projectile hit onto him right there. Across the map from off the stage, giving him a chance to recover. At 150% right now, he's in a really tough spot, but if he's able to use Arsene to the best of his ability, but of course they have to say that, and he gets taken down.
Commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse, yeah. Oh man, they're both jumping around, just trying to dodge as much as they can. Good block from that heavy combo. Good parry there. Both are around similar levels, but now Inkling is bringing up that percentage pretty high.
Doubles it just like that.
Yeah, oh, but he launches him right off the edge of the map. There's a bit of a lag spike. I almost didn't know it happened, but man, that was, I didn't even see it happen. I saw Joker falling, and immediately afterwards, Inkling lost the stock. That is brutal. He still got the Arsene to start things off, so he's able to land a little bit more damage. At least he tried to, but man, those blocks from Inkling were pretty efficient there.
Yeah, now all he needs is just a little bit of tax on this last stock, and he can go in with a pretty solid lead.
I'm definitely noticing Gokis knows exactly what to do with those projectiles because Diego's able to dodge so many of the projectiles, or so many of the melee attacks, but those projectiles get him so many times.
Gokis is really good at either throwing out a projectile or throwing out an aerial and then throwing out the other.
Oh, absolutely.
Cover where he knows that you're going to go.
It's about preparing for what the enemy is going to be doing. If you can use that to the best of your ability. I saw Diego doing it too. Both of them are doing that pretty well.
Yeah. And it's also definitely a level of adaptation because you have to be ready for what your opponent does out of that.
Exactly. Ooh, just barely missing with that ink bomb. If he's got to play this very carefully right now.
Good.
Ooh, almost taking down Joker. There it goes, launching him back into the background. Now it's 1-1. Inkling is far behind, but still has a chance. I've seen bigger comeback stories than this.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's definitely not out of it yet.
Oh, no.
He's holding a decent percent lead now.
0.7%. That's all he's got. Well, Diego had 100 times that amount for a second. I had to do some quick math. I'm not in my stats class right now. Forgive me for not using my brain to full capacity. Ooh, but he's following up with a pretty hefty combo, but Arsene is back out. This is a really, really scary spot to be in. Diego's got to be extremely careful in terms of dodging and keeping his distance if he wants to avoid getting hit too much. Doesn't seem like he cares that much, though. Just going in for those attacks anyways.
Yeah, Diego is not often one to play scared either.
Hey, shout out to that kind of play style, though.
Honestly.
Yeah, ooh, good grab right out of the Arsene. Nearly matching things out and trying to hit him with the ink bomb isn't quite enough.
Goes back to stage using the gun to land. Diego has suddenly evened out.
It's a scary place to be in. Both are falling off the ledge right now.
Almost gets spiked by that Inkling down there, but to get back to stage,
if Inkling
gets stage control.
If Inkling is able to take down this last stock, it'll be match point. You just got to win one more. But he's got to place this so carefully if he wants to reach that point. Gokis hits him off the edge, though.
Good punish. Tries to get another ledge trump on Diego there, not quite able to do it. That's one of the safest options that you have when it comes to edge guarding Inkling, because Inkling's up B is so good and it's very fast. It has a hitbox too.
Yeesh, so close. Barely able to recover, but immediately gets hit by the Joker in a heavy combo. But she's still going at 172%. She refuses to go down just yet.
I mean, a grab from Diego should kill, and mostly any stray hit from Gokis should kill by now.
Yeah, but that directional input is putting in a lot of work right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
finding these grabs, which unfortunately Joker does not have a consistent kill throw.
No. Oh, 126%. Finally putting up a bit of a fight here. Moving up to 136%. It's so close. Trying to hit him with the ink bomb. Doesn't work.
Good reversal.
That was a pretty hefty punish. Who's it go to? It goes to Gokis.
Do it.
Man, 1-1 right now. That was incredibly close there at the end.